Ready, gonna get it. Something's gonna happen. Facing for distraction. How we supposed to live, but sometimes I'm stuck in traffic. Found a mighty page, throw shade in my magic. Pull a tree out there, had money trees flashing. I see why I have made up. You ain't strong. Crack your toast and run up over up in your bones. I see why I have made up. And they can't fool me. Nigga, no revolution. You ain't strong. Just crack your toast and run up over up in your bones. All right, hey, YC, we live now. Go ahead and we want to welcome everyone to the show once again. We're doing it for the people. Information is popping, so we want to get as many as we can involved during the age of information. With that being said, I'm your host, JP, Brother JP. We got a couple of homies in here. We're going to introduce themselves for the people.
Brother Kufu, a.k.a. the Reverend.
Reverend YC. Young Cutthroat, Reverend YC.
What's up? Reverend Watson. Yeah. Watson. Yeah, let's get to it, man. Well, first I want to start off with, man, I've been doing some, I love old school music, right? So I've been listening to Silk. Remember Silk?
Yeah, man.
Group Silk. Man, talented brothers, man. I mean, talented, man. This is before the auto-tune shit. You know what I'm saying? This is before auto-tune. And I think, man, my opinion is all of them great, but Lil G, the bald head dude, that nigga the best singer alive, Slim. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when we have the artist that's alive, we want to give him recognition, you know what I'm saying, while he's still here, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to be waiting till somebody die and be like, oh man, he was I should have reached out to the bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
that's your man.
I mean, especially his live performances, man. So I'm gonna show y'all a little video on how that this is the best singer in the world. I'm talking about the brother can go high, low, however you want to go.
Oh.
Let's play a little clip.
Think real quick, brother. Hold on, 2 seconds.
All right.
Right.
Play a little clip for the people, man. And if my brother Southside looking at this, I done hit him with it and told him which one was him, which one was me on stage. You know what I'm saying? Which one should I give? I want to show. Okay, I'm gonna go back in the day. Then I'm gonna go up.
Okay.
If you want to be a world traveler, start by.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about skills, man. Ain't nobody doing it like this, man. And they still, well, you know what I'm saying, doing a little music here and there, live performances. Okay, hold on. Oh, man. I mean, skills, man. Hold on. Skills, man. Gotta tell Devin to turn his feedback down.
Oh.
Hey, Devin, hey, turn that whatever you got down playing.
Which one?
I don't know, is that the TV? All right. You can still see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now look, I'm talking about skills, man. This brother got skills now. Going up, down, real skills, man. I want to get this brother recognition while he's still here, man. All of them great. Ain't nobody going that high like that these days. Nobody singing like that now. I mean, he got skills, man. Talented brother, man. Trying to get him on the show, you know what I'm saying? This would be a good look, man. Get this brother some recognition, man.
Yeah.
I mean, skills. And this is live, man. This ain't no studio shit.
Yeah, that's when they could sing back in the 90s. You needed none of that studio shit.
But they can still sing. It was just the production.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm gonna show you the old joint too. I mean, new joint too. Man, watch these skills right here. He about to tear this motherfucker up. Tell me who doing this?
Who doing it?
Tell me somebody who doing that.
Nobody I know.
Hills now. No auto-tune. Kill, man. I mean, god damn, you can't do nothing better. Hey, I don't know no singer who doing that.
Nah.
I don't know. I don't know none, man.
Let me see. I think I can find something for you.
Nah, you can't find nobody that's like that.
Trying to pull it up. Matter of fact, you can pull it up from your joint. Pull up some.
All right, I put up.
Pull up some Raheem Devon.
Oh nah,
Straight from.
he ain't doing nothing like this, man. He ain't hitting no high notes. And look, the young is so vicious, man. And this is how we be on stage. I like this stagemanship. I interacting with the people and stuff. Speak up a little bit. I'm a supporter of these brothers, man. These brothers doing it. That's them now. They still got it. Man, he's funny as shit on stage. Funny as a motherfucker.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's it. So we did it. So, you know, we gave some recognition to the brother. You know, we plugged you in, brother. You know what I'm saying? If you out there listening, you know, we respect your game. You know, very talented brother, man. We just want to give a shout out to you and give you some respect while you still here. So let's get to the nitty and gritty now.
Look at the girl though.
I know, right? Look. But you peeped it though. She was like, my mother over there. He was like, hey, Ma. And kept on doing his thing, you know.
That's game for you there.
Yes, but that's good stagemanship though. You know what I'm saying? That's
it is.
Yeah, man. I fuck with the spirit, man. You know. But all right, let's get to it, brothers. How y'all doing? Y'all want to introduce yourselves?
We did.
So,
Oh, yeah. Okay. Where's my other brother at?
What's going on, y'all? Derek, aka Ham. Have a good one.
All right, brother. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so we're gonna talk about. Well, I first want to address that I got a disturbing video, and it's just been you know, it wasn't too long ago. It had to be recent, but that'll let you know shit is still going on like this. And I want to see what y'all think about this. I want to see what y'all think about this because this was very disturbing. Very disturbing to me. So I think he's the only, you know, black person out there.
You know what I think? I think they paid that dude to do that. He's probably some guy that's probably homeless or something. They paid him to do that shit.
Yeah, because once they give you a close up,
that's a smart payment for him.
He looks kind of old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He probably was fucked up.
Probably.
Well, think about this. Probably even reached out to one of his kind, and they probably denied them.
They didn't deny him before. They're gonna deny him now.
Right. That's for sure.
That's some coon shit.
I mean, sounding like him, doing the sound like him and everything, you know?
Man, JP, what I do with all them memory cards for the camera?
It's just some people that just can't let the past go.
Oh,
I don't know what happened to that. No, he even can touch the kids.
But didn't that side lose?
Yeah,
You parading around with the losing flag.
right.
I had to spit in his face.
Can't even.
Amen.
Okay, let's stop it right there.
How old is he?
Well, okay, this is a close up right here. They about to get on.
Y'all having way too much fun.
oh man.
He look.
Uncle Sam.
He look like he down
Oh
with the food.
man. Uncle Rugged.
So what you think from how he looks to what he's doing?
Like I said, I think they paid a homeless guy to do that shit.
Hey, the homeless guy, huh? Yeah.
You're asking a black guy to go down the street with the correct Confederate flag in the South.
That's his belief, man. That's his belief.
Oh, and check this out. Look what the white person said before he walked up. Watch that.
Amen.
All right, you hear what the white person said?
Amen.
Right. So when a white person says amen, right? Who is he talking about?
White Jesus.
But there's only one Jesus, though. There's only one Jesus. Like,
Man,
I mean,
the fact that everybody's questioning what race he is, or man, he never existed. I mean, the fuck, man? God damn. He wasn't real. If you can't get over that shit by now, man, I mean, kill yourself and see if you're gonna meet him afterwards. Then come back and tell me about it.
So what's the this is what I'm trying to understand, and this is me. What's the problem with this video?
oh, hold on. All right. We talking about with this brother right here. Well,
Yeah, like
basically, I'm just getting different perspectives on it. I need to go on here real quick and just seeing what you think of it. I mean, is it cooning at its finest?
this. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
No, you good. Just to get everyone's point of view on it.
This is my thought on it. What would be so? In my mind, looking at this, as stupid as that is, just for the representation and the visual that it gives for our community, what it projects for us, just because he's black. But on a lower level, for me, like you can't have people like this. You have to have stupid people like this, because this just proves a point. You can't be brainwashed.
That's true.
If you understood the quality of your culture, you wouldn't even do some sucker shit like that.
That's true.
Like, come on. The imagery, you know what I'm saying? He's damn near in uniform and he's carrying a Confederate flag, and we all understand the history on it. But let's break it down. I can't even give him energy because for the simple fact, we need stupid people like that. Because everybody else that's open and awake can see that, acknowledge that, and recognize it for what it is. And those that don't know, you know what I'm saying? All it does is look. Just look at it. It's the most common sense thing you could look at and say, you know what? There's no way in hell no rational black person would do something for any reason. You couldn't pay me to do that.
Right. No bullshit.
Even with as much imagery as we put out ourselves as a you know, as a black culture, you know, we put out bad stuff, but at the same time, when you look at stuff like that, that's almost mental health right there.
Yeah.
That's all because you would have to be crazy to do some shit like this. Come on, man. That's it. That's just my opinion, right?
Right. But let me ask you this. With that being said, of having stupid people like this, why is it always that we have to be the stupid ones to do shit like that? In history, have you ever seen a white person in a predominantly black neighborhood or section, wherever they're at, predominantly white? And 'cause I'm sure he's the only one out there. You know, when have we seen the flip side of this?
You never will, because we had a disadvantage psychologically. That's just the plan.
How you know he had to use the flag just to walk down that strip, man? Motherfucker,
Right.
legends ass. He like, man, fuck.
Undercover, huh?
He going like, fuck this, fuck that.
Right. At the end of the road, toss that shit in the river, huh?
Or he could have been about to do a move. Shit, man, I gotta make this look good, young. Fuck it. Carry the flag. Distraction. They're gonna be thinking I'm a dumbass nigga, but I'm gonna go get that pot of gold over there, motherfucker.
That's a hell of a way to go. You sold your soul to get a pot of gold.
Make sure you show everybody the goods.
Okay. Let me show you guys.
Man, equal. Equal. That's just sad, bro.
Yeah, but okay. Let's get to this part. I want you to hear what he says.
Oh shit.
Y'all having way too much fun.
Oh, I think you having too much fun.
No, hold on, not that part. Hold on, right here.
Amen.
Y'all having way too much fun.
Oh, I think you having too much fun.
Okay, he said amen, right?
Mhm.
Now, when the white person says amen, who is he referring to? Who is he? Who? Because, I mean, amen usually comes from a prayer or at the end of amen.
Mhm.
It usually comes after a prayer or a message or something, right? To someone, spiritually, religiously, however. So, when a white person says amen, let's think about this. Who is he saying amen to?
White Jesus.
That's
And I'm trying to get your point too, so what you talking about?
hey, yeah.
So when a black person says amen, who they talking to?
White Jesus.
I have a question.
Right. Non-existing.
Is
white
that is that correct? Hebrews over there.
Now you said white men saying, you saying anybody saying amen? It's just white people.
That white man, here, let me play it again. Make sure you heard, you hear.
So we're understanding that amen means
White Jesus.
Hey, good.
I mean,
that's the best shit.
Hey, say it one more time, man. One more time.
Please, man.
One more.
Please record.
White Jesus.
Yeah.
Think about it. Anytime you say Jesus, the first thing that pops in your mind is a white man with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Part of my mind.
There you go, white Jesus.
even though you try to play with it and switch it up and say, oh, nah, he the black, you still think of it. That
White
white.
Jesus.
You still think of it because you never even seen them, been brought up with pictures for you to even visualize.
Exactly.
The cool right there hooked up to the radio.
That's another form of social engineering if you think about it.
Okay.
This one is just
Okay,
so.
we done with that story. You know, we don't want to spend too much on that story. I got another story for y'all.
Guys.
Let's check this out.
It is hard for anyone to watch. The security guard violently punched in the face as she came to the aid of a man on the sidewalk.
Makes me want to break down and cry to know I was in the face for doing my job.
Surveillance footage details what happened at 2 a.m. Sunday. A man lies down and eventually throws up in front of the upscale River North condo where Zoa Stigler works. With 3 friends apparently looking on, she calls authorities and asks him to move. The man then suddenly hurls a water bottle toward her, throws a forceful punch to her face, and
Oh,
the group slowly walks away.
It just brought tears to my eyes.
It was only hours before Stigler's planned Mother's Day celebrations.
I have to be composed because I have daughters that look up to me. So I want to stay composed. I got to be strong for them.
I find it hard to look at and not get emotional about it. I mean, I was speechless, disgusted.
But Assad Khan, president of the building's condo association, was also motivated. He started a GoFundMe account this morning to honor Stigler. Contributions are now reaching into the thousands.
The kind of person that she is, she actually didn't want any of this.
The ward's alderman acknowledges the growing number of club hoppers in River North is cause for concern.
I'd like to see more police visibility later at night on the weekends. So hopefully we can prevent some of these things happening in the first place.
Stigler's injuries include a broken nose, and she's scheduled for eye surgery on Wednesday. The words of comfort from total strangers are helping her heal.
I'm just grateful that people have reached out to let me know they care enough about me.
Here's another example of Stigler's character. After
Watch
she
this.
was hit, she made sure to clean up that man's mess before being taken to the hospital.
Hold up now.
wow.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, what, man?
She said, well, the guy, somebody must have observed that she still cleaned up the mess after this guy done punched her in her head, in her face.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. Shit happens like shit
Yeah.
every day.
So, I haven't heard anything about the white dude.
The white dude.
That shit happens.
Yeah, he just got a free hit and run, huh?
He got away.
On the other hand, if a black dude did that to another black dude, or another black woman, or even a white woman, that black guy would have been a face on everything.
They would have grilled us up. That's just something that we already know would have happened for us.
Right.
So
You gotta expect that shit.
Did you hear the rest of the story? The white guy, he's a military dude, and there's a white woman out there defending him. That she works for an organization that she's giving a character witness for him to say that he's a good guy. He was drunk. I mean,
Right. All excuses in the world.
part of it.
Wow.
Now the problem that I had with that, I'm just being, a realist about this.
Uh-huh.
If you look at the video, and if you please go back to the video, she wasn't carrying a weapon. Number one, she's a woman. Number one, he was bigger than her. That's another reason. Okay. After she did what she did, he threw the bottle of water, and she jumped towards him. He reacted and punched her. It doesn't make it right. I'm not saying it makes it right. But a drunk person having a natural reaction to hit somebody because if you look at her body language, she was about to go on this dude. And we know that she was most likely going to put her finger in his face and start talking shit to him.
Yeah.
It was a flinching motion as if he was about to get hit, so he responded. You can't be mad at somebody naturally reacting to something that's happening to them. He wasn't in his right mind. Doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it right. But what has happened with that? What's the outcome of the case?
But he threw the water at her first.
Yeah, he did throw the water, but it looked like she talking a lot. Look, Just watch her. See, she back there talking now. And he threw the water.
What she say to him too?
They don't have that for the. They don't give you that.
Come on. I'm not saying it's right. I never said it was right. But just off her reaction, and they said he was in the military. They said he was in the military.
She probably didn't expect that.
Come on.
Hey, he was in the military?
She didn't expect that at all.
She thought it was gonna be some bullshit. She thought she was gonna.
But even still, as a security officer,
He could have took that hit.
no, she did not have the equipment to handle a guy bigger than her.
No, or she
should have known. She should have called the police. That's her job is not to confront anybody.
She need to have somebody.
I know this. I know this from being in the profession. I'm trying to tell you what I know. That's her fault. She shouldn't have gotten close to the guy. Bottom line. I ain't saying it's her fault she got punched in the face. It's sad, but we talking about facts. We talking about truth. At the end of the day, anybody in that situation, if somebody flinches you, you might punch their ass before they get you. Come on, let's be honest. And that's all it was. And then you know what happened? If I was her lawyer, I wouldn't have put her on TV like that. I wouldn't have put her on TV like that. You didn't have to do that. But they wanted to run the black angle and they wanted to exploit it. And then, like I said, young white dude, drunk military.
Right.
Talk about the angles. Look at the angles. Come on, man. They only polarized because of the military white dude. And then you got this black woman who looks like he kicked her. He looked like he kicked her in her face. It don't even look like a punch. He looked like he kicked her in the face.
All right.
Once again, it's unfortunate, but once again, what's the outcome? What's the outcome? Did he get court-martialed? Did she get, did she sue the city? Did she sue him? What's the outcome?
Nothing, most likely.
The only thing they shown is that she created a GoFundMe account.
And see, she do this every time. Everybody want to be a victim and make money. Come on, man. That's the oldest trick in the book.
Something for media.
Does she still have her job with the security company? Did the security company that she worked for provide her lawyer for her defense or any lawsuit or any type? Did they give her any compensation for taking that hit? Was she supposed to be outside? Was that her jurisdiction? Because she ain't got a weapon. And I know this for a fact. If you don't have a weapon, you're supposed to stay in the building. I know that. That's every state in the United States. Know that for a fact. So why are you outside?
Good question.
That's what I say. You see stuff and they put video out, but what is the full context of what you're seeing? That's just like you texting somebody on your phone. I get into an argument all the time over shit because it's a miscommunication because it's a text. You don't understand the context of what I'm saying because you assume that my opinion and my feeling is in it, right? And that's how everybody looks when they look at videos. So you get all of this emotion, but do you have the facts? And that's everything we do. We have an opinion about everything. What's the facts? Give me the facts. And then I can come to you with something that you can actually tune into. And I want to make this clear. I'm not a member of Mount Enid. I do have on a t-shirt. I have been to a cookout. I've been exploring. I don't represent any of what they talk about. I'm speaking my opinion as me. Okay? I want to make that clear.
Okay.
But I'm just tired of the excuses and people complaining and coming up with opinions, but there are no facts. Where are the facts? Because if we get facts, then we don't ever have to deal with that situation again. Because we learn from it, we move on. Come on, man.
I'm glad you talked about that was a good point, man. That shit was right on. I could, can't do nothing.
It's been a good day. It was nice weather today.
Yeah, man. Since we on the line of facts, we're gonna get to the nitty-gritty on things. We're gonna get to the nitty. We're gonna get to the meat and potatoes. Now, this platform is a platform of awakening. And that's what we do to the people that's viewing and who we have on the show. And basically, we get into the information very heavily. And all we do is state facts. We don't state any, you can only bring belief so much. You can only bring that so far. But the facts is forever. And we love to get into that. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, about awakening, right? About awakening, right? One thing that we express is unlocking the mind. In my opinion, religion is the strongest chain wrapped around our mind because it supports behavior control. So, with that being said, with the brothers that are in today, we just want to ask you first, are you guys believers? And what I mean by believers, not to get technical with the definition, because there is a specific definition on what belief is. So, when I mean believers, I meant, do you believe in Christ? Do you believe that
in the resurrection, right?
Resurrection, someone died for our sins, that
I believe, man.
Someone was coming back to save us. We want to get into that conversation right now. Okay? So I don't know if y'all brothers ready. With the first question, and at the end of the session, man, we're gonna have like a trivia question too. So, are you guys ready for the first question? What happened to our homeboy? He coming back? Okay, y'all ready? Okay, this is the first question. Now, the first question I have for you brothers. Now, I want to make sure the people know that are viewing your stance and your belief, and you know, saying the benefits. And don't express the benefits. Just your belief system. We want to explain. You want to explain your belief system to the audience. Do you believe?
I go first.
Do you believe that you believe in Christ? Do you believe that someone died for your sins and is coming back? Or do you believe someone is saving us?
I definitely don't believe that.
Okay. How about you, brothers?
I believe in YC. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you know what I do. I believe in the resurrection, man.
So let me ask you this, right?
What about you, brother? How about you, brother?
Oh, it's on you, bro.
I know. Because I want to say it right the first time.
Yeah.
I have a lot of questions. I say that, and I will say this. I don't believe in a structural system of religion as far as it goes as Christians, Muslims, and so on and so forth. Don't believe in it. Not anymore. And I was raised in the church, Baptist church. So
Interesting. Okay, so I guess we are all on the same page as far as someone coming back to saving us, right? That
Nah, not except Devin. I got a question for him.
See, that's the thing. He's saying come back to save. I'm not over here waiting for it though. You feel me? I'm not gonna be sitting here waiting for it, even if it was. And I'm not gonna question it anyway.
But you believe in the resurrection though?
Hey, look, I'm gonna go with what I gotta go with. I ain't gonna sit here and second guess nothing. I ain't even gonna think about it. I'm gonna roll with what I roll with. Roll with how I go, dog.
So let me ask you this, right? So when you die, say you die right now, right? God forbid, say you die right now, right?
Yep.
When that resurrection comes, is he gonna snatch you back out of heaven and put you back in your body, raise you back up?
I have no idea, man. I want to see my stock. When it happened, but I ain't ready to see it now.
Hey,
I gotta do.
I'm just thinking about the logic of the whole thing.
I mean, I understand what
If
you're
you
saying.
die, you go to heaven, right? If you die, you go to heaven.
Streets of gold, baby.
But if the resurrection comes, it means he has to snatch your ass out of heaven, put your ass back in your dead body, and raise your ass back up.
That's not in the literal sense. That's not what it's saying. It's talking about the spirit. But no,
the resurrection of the spirit.
No, man.
But what about your soul burning in hell? That's your spirit too, right?
Oh no, I don't agree with it. I'm just saying.
But I mean, even a literal or.
I mean, you won't know until it happens, though. So I'm not even prepared to be really. I got shit. I got focus on. I'm not here to be chasing down, chasing down God. I'm not even. I for real. I don't even think I should be even praying to God because I know He already told me what I'm going. You know, everything already fulfilled and written. So why am I going to ask Him for something? That's question I'm right there. I'm gonna go with my shit.
So if you believe that, right, that everything's fulfilled and written. So do you think that God made a mistake with Adam and Eve?
I mean, I don't really think too deep about it. You talking about made a mistake? Like what mistake?
I mean, if you already know, and if you already know that they're gonna eat the apple, why then would you put the tree there in the first place if you already know that they're gonna eat the apple? Why
does He do shit to me every day?
I mean,
what He do is just it is.
Come on, man.
Why do you do what you do to people? You made it in His image. Why do you do what you do to people? The same thing. Hey, everybody has some type of sense of humor. He probably did this shit. Hey, it is what it is. He said don't do it. They did it. And they got that shit.
Cop out, man.
Hey, look.
That story just sounds funny, man.
It's just that story. But everybody has their own forbidden fruit. Like my son, if he sees some negative shit from me, that's what I brought into his world. That's what I brought into his world. Now, if whatever I saw when I was younger, that's what I saw.
So does that mean that? So does that mean that God is fallible then?
You said what?
Does that mean that God is fallible then?
That
means He's prone to making mistakes.
No, I don't believe it was a mistake. He definitely is not gonna.
But you knew.
No.
But you knew if you knew about that. But you knew about that bad thing. If you bring it into your house, you know your son's gonna see the shit. Why bring it into your house then?
Hey, it is. It is what it is. You know?
So you made a mistake.
If my son chooses to do it, and I say don't do it, then he do it. Then he do it.
But you brought it in there for him to do it in the first place. For you not to even say don't do it.
I bring a lot of shit in the house.
But if you know he's going to do it, I hope
he don't do it. You know, if my son comes up right now and sees some shit, I'm like, damn, man. Hey, the plant's locked up. You feel me?
But to foresee everything is to not bring anything at all in the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
You won't even have to go through that. Don't do it. Or hide it over this place. Just don't bring it in the house. Problem solved.
They say a lot of stuff. Do you listen to the police? No. They say a lot.
I'm saying, in relation to God and Adam and Eve, if you don't put the tree there, if you know they're going to eat it, don't put the tree there.
They know the nigga go rob the bank. Don't put a goddamn bank right there. You know I'm about to go rob that motherfucker. It's going to happen. They're going to put it there. It's gonna happen, bro. I mean, it's gonna happen. It's life. So you can't just sit there and just be like, damn.
Right. All right. So
I ain't gonna blame Jesus.
On that bank premise though. So I know I'm gonna get robbed at that bank. I'm gonna now put security guards in that bank. So if something does happen, at least I got a security guard there, and I'm gonna put a little bit alarm there. Because I know I'm gonna get robbed.
Right. And you still and it still happens.
So that's thinking ahead.
Exactly.
Sometimes you need to draw negativity to you You draw those things that happen to you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you draw those things to you because you're thinking so negative.
So to the mic. Mike is live.
I'm not saying that. You heard what I said. You draw negativity to you, and that stuff be happening to you.
He said sometimes you can draw negativity, you know, you can speak it into existence and shit, basically.
You do it to yourself.
Exactly. It's elements, man.
Man, relax. Try to get yourself together.
Exactly. It's all about getting yourself, man.
All right, but with that being said, I got a question. Do any one of you fellas attend church?
I actually do, man. I do every once in a while.
Yeah,
I do.
I'm going to church.
I actually just went to a different one out in Baltimore 2 weeks ago.
There's a lot of crap in the churches.
But yeah, it is a lot of crap in the churches, but I still go just to get a piece of mind
Know what?
for me and shit.
If
But
you
everybody,
read the Bible, you understand it, man. It's a beautiful thing. I walk with God. I don't walk with nobody else. Who else be with me though? We all see who I be with.
I think honestly,
We always give credit to God when things are good.
but nobody. Yeah.
But we never explain or can.
I got somebody else that here go listen right here on the phone.
Oh no, I just text her.
I just texted
her. Why she gonna call you? I just told her we was on.
Because we want to hear your responses.
Yeah. Yeah. I just told him. Yeah.
Hey, what was your initial question, man?
Well, I'm trying to figure. My question is, do you guys give credit to someone that's in the sky? You know what I'm saying? And some people are saying it. I hear one brother saying he walk with him. So I'm just trying to figure out. You believe that this deity is in the sky, this man is in the sky, that you're giving credit to when good things are happening?
I believe in. I believe in. I believe in common sense. Okay. I believe in what I see. I believe in the fact that I know throughout history, every great empire has fallen, has failed. You know what I'm saying? It had a rise, it was booming, came to an end. Yes, right?
Let me ask you a question.
My bad. But you know, as human beings, we never learn. Like, we talk about history. You know, we analyze it and we pick it apart. But the one thing we never fucking do is we never learn from this shit. It's the same shit that happens over and over again. That's what I don't understand. The problems we having now, they had 20 years ago, 50 years ago, 1,000 years ago. It's just in a different form. And it's just, we were, as human beings, we're built to adapt to our environment.
You know what? That's exactly right.
Because if we weren't, we would all be dead already. Okay? So I don't need a greater deity to tell me that I'm capable of surviving on this planet because I do it every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what?
I have a 2-year-old son. I have my wife is pregnant now. She'll be doing July. My concept of living right now, just for me alone, is just to make sure they good whether I'm here or not. Okay? So my basic principle of life is survival, period.
That's all
they
it
make
is.
all of these laws and these rules to govern us because they need control.
Yeah, and still say fuck their laws. Still fuck. And then look,
media's control, music control. Everything we do, everything we tap into from the time that we're born is controlled. You get a social security number. They take your blood. They get your DNA. They get your, your chromosomes. They have everything on you that they need. Facial recognition is everywhere. Everybody's on their cell phone doing shit, thinking they sneaking. They see everything. Okay, so you have no privacy. So when you take away, if you strip everything that we have in society and break it down to a basic human level, your day-to-day operation is to get through the fucking day. And if you happen to have a family that you have to take care of, you make sure they're good first if you're a good person, and then you handle yours. But the concept of religion and a God, I believe in energy. I believe what you put out in the world, you get back. You know, you talk about people living a good life. You go to high school, you go to college, you get a good job. But then you looking at a drug dealer nigga that got fucking mansion and shit, and you working hard, and this nigga chilling doing the wrong thing. You think about the odds, like how the fuck am I doing the right thing? He doing the bad thing. He living a better life than me. Is there God that will favor you to do that? Do your children have to suffer for some shit that some grown ass, selfish ass adult decided to do? We hear about fucking fathers killing it. This is recent, killing his daughter over some bullshit over his son. I'm not even. I can't pinpoint it. But the point is, we're so selfless now that we're killing our kids. Something that's supposed, even my faults as a father should never transpire to my child, regardless. That's my fault. So if I don't teach him to do a better thing, I deserve to die, in my opinion, because I haven't fulfilled my purpose at that point. Now, if you're a single man or single woman in this earth and you're doing your thing, I hope that you're doing a good thing. But I just honestly, I know I'm talking like shit, I'm sorry. But my whole thing is this. Once again, it becomes very simple. I've been in the military. I've seen some fucked up shit in the military before I left home. I've been around the country. I've been to New Orleans and seen, you know, where Weezy was from, and these fucked up houses you driving past with steel fucking wooden boards up on windows. Like, that's real life shit. But nobody ever do shit about it. You talk about it and you see it, nobody don't do shit. And motherfuckers got the bread to do it, but they don't do shit. So that tells you about humanity. Even when you do arrive, and you still have these millions of fucking dollars, you can have a charity, and yes, you can so-called show what you're doing. But it's real life shit out here that people can't solve and they don't do it. So the basic principle of life that I've come to understand, I've gotten rid of religion completely. Politics don't mean shit because everything you see on TV is a fucking program anyway. Okay? So after that, I come down to my core belief. What does my family mean? How can I help my family? And my family extends from my blood to the people next to me that I just met. You know what I'm saying? That I call family. Because truth be told, if you're about moving forward and better progress, then why not push for that instead of this bullshit that everybody doing? You know all the shit niggas doing in your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to snitch on the motherfucker for him to do the right thing. Just talk to a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. You have the resources. Let's turn this on some good shit and let's make some money and put this shit back together. Like, come on.
Don't do that shit with man.
Like, just the mentality. So, very simple. It's about what I need. That's it. I can go out here and hustle and make millions of dollars and buy every fucking material thing on this planet. But I feel better in the morning when I wake up and my son be like, Daddy, come on. But that's the thinking. And then everybody say it's so hard that it's a good talk and you can say this. It's a good thing to say, but it's another thing to put it into practice. We already fucking up. History repeats itself. DC has become what it's become because niggas was in the city and didn't capitalize on the opportunity that was here. These white folks are here. What's up on the table? They're here and they're capitalizing on everything that we had an opportunity to soup up and just soak up and fucking make money off of. And it's not just about money. We're talking about security for our community. We had it here. It was love here. Old DC used to be love. Old PG used to be love. That's that. But the thing we got away from, and I hate to say this type of media is the best thing. Because we can communicate because we've become so disconnected with each other. Honestly, this video shit is the best thing we can do right now. Because to be honest, we all got away from just going next door to your neighbors. How many of you know your neighbors?
Hey.
Like, how many of you know your neighbors? How you know what they're going through? If you got an extra 50, you can't give them a loaf of bread? Simple shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead. I'm done. I'm sorry. You know,
your mindset is different from, say, if there was someone that, you know, with a religious mindset, and someone was hungry or something had happened, and they used the term "give it to God," or you know, God, He got it. You know what I'm saying? God will provide. You know what I'm saying? With a mindset like that versus your mindset, that's a battle that we have to actually exploit. Because it's detrimental to the mental state of the mind. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have one thinking like you, and you're gonna have others thinking, I'll wait, or I'll pray for it, and wait till something happens.
hey, there's
Another battle that we're gonna be having too. Because say if I'm a believer and you not, that's automatic separation.
It's a conflict, that's for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
Sounds like a difference in opinion.
Difference in opinion.
when it comes down to it, well, majority of the people that are, you know, really into it. I mean, you know, I know old ladies that are
Like I used to
push you out for Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta do me. You gotta judge nobody. See no contest. Doing
There's a difference in mindset right there.
so my thing is this about that, right? So as I said, Christian home was brought up, right?
Right.
When you look at our history and you talk about religion being used as a slave tool to keep slaves in line,
what color were the original people?
and I look at generation, like I think a couple people may have seen the video, you know, the dude was talking about generation after generation. It's been generation after generation of learned behavior to go to church. You know what I'm saying? It takes for an individual to seek truth. And I don't fault someone in their belief system. My fault with people is the fact that you deceive yourself. Your gut feeling is never wrong. You always hear that. You know what I'm saying? When something happens, once again, we can go back to the punching incident with the security officer. Your gut feeling is telling you to react. Okay? Even when just a physical reaction, most people don't go with their gut feeling. You know what I'm saying? Your gut feeling is 9 times out of 10 almost right. So if I'm looking at a structure of church and what it's supposed to be, and I see something that is not being, you know, when it becomes about money and 3 offerings and a service, instead of about saving those people and not judging what they have on when they come in a building, you know,
right?
That's where does your mind frame take you on that issue? Because it's like, who you to judge at the same time you're trying to heal yourself. You should be healing regardless who comes through the doors.
At the end of the day, it's on that person too.
Yeah, because that person has to be
faith.
equal. It has to be an equal thing. You have to understand. This is why I say, if you take away religion and just talk about humanity, okay? I don't ever want to see what would pass. You know, I can't say a black person not do it. I don't like to see anyone not doing it, because I've been in situations that I wasn't doing well. So you can't tell me there's nobody that you would wish that shit upon, period. So if you just have a common respect, and I can't say love, I'll say respect for the next person, for whatever their hustle is, and respect the fact, hey, he decided to do that. You know, I'm not talking about these people that do extra shit. you know what I'm saying, killing people and shit. I'm talking about people that's doing things that they decided needed to happen so that they can make sure food is on their table. Ain't nobody died, we good. All right, fuck it. Let's keep it moving.
Hey,
like, we doing what we gotta do. Survival.
Right. Survival of the
It
fittest,
always
man.
comes back to
It has
survival.
to be. You got to, dog. No matter where you go, dog.
It's just I choose to believe in a system where I would never stab you on your back because I never have a reason to. Because at the end of the day, if you do good, I do good. I do good, you better do good. If you don't want it, you don't want it. There will be people that will fail and die off, and hey, it's the laws and numbers. It happens. But you know, about living life, you know, that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? It's too complicated, man. It's too complicated.
All right, I got another video for you guys I want you to check out. And I want you to give your honest opinion on it. Marcy, you ready? Your wife sent me this earlier.
Stop it. What the hell scene? Wizard of Oz.
Hold on. Your wife sent me this. Oh, my bad.
Okay, my bad.
Nah,
you good.
You just shut me down. I was in my voice. It's been a long ass thing.
You got
Everybody, we used to do that. We used to do it. That's what they got.
He was like, I got laryngitis from being on the boat talking too much. The first day he was cool, by the last day, Daddy wanted to murder that motherfucker. It was like, what about Bob? That shit was so funny.
Yeah, like, damn.
All right, check this right out right here, y'all. I just found it.
So, the phone, the therapist, he was just trying to get a break from the food. Everybody liked him. But,
story, a 37-year-old Ohio man who came back from the stop for 45 minutes. The doctors story, a 37-year-old Ohio man who came back from the dead. His heart stopped for 45 minutes. The doctors finally gave up, but his son simply would not. ABC's Alex Perez has his unbelievable story.
Yeah.
It's the miracle Tony Yali doesn't understand, but will never forget.
I never realized anything was wrong.
He says his evening 2 weeks ago began just like the rest.
I went to bed like normal that night. I didn't have any idea anything was wrong.
Neither did his wife Melissa until she woke up in the morning.
I could tell the breathing was off. Tried to revive him, wake him up. He would not wake up.
In a panic, the family called an ambulance and rushed to the hospital. Doctors frantically searching for the problem.
They anticipated that they would find some type of heart blockage. The doctor came out and said they could not find any blockages in his heart.
Through the day, medical teams couldn't figure out what was wrong with Tony. Then, in the afternoon, his heart stopped beating, and for 50 minutes stayed that way. The doctors scrambled to revive him to no avail.
There was no spontaneous blood pressure or pulse. And with very heavy hearts, we had to stop, and we pronounced him actually dead.
For Tony's daughter, Kirsten, it was simply too much to bear.
I felt like a piece of my heart had just been ripped out.
As nurses were preparing to take Tony to the morgue, Tony's son Lawrence, with a pastor by his side, stood right in front of his dead father. He began talking to him, refusing to accept what doctors had told them.
I said, Dad, you're not going to die today.
Then came something science can't seem to explain.
Took about 3 steps, and my pastor, Paul, he got my attention. He said, Lawrence, there's a heartbeat.
On the lone heart monitor still attached to him, a flutter. Tony's heart had somehow started beating again.
The greatest thing in the world is when we were told after he was gone, pronounced dead, that He's got a heartbeat.
Even doctors are agreeing it's a miracle.
Tony says he has no memory of what happened. He now has a pacemaker and a defibrillator, but his heart, it seems, normal, especially for a man who appears to have returned from the dead.
Nobody has any explanation except, I had a lot of people praying for me, and God moved that day.
For Good Morning America, Alex Perez, ABC News, Chicago.
So think about that. So your wife sent me that earlier. You see, she titled it "Thanks to God, JP the Flame." So basically saying that God assisted him on bringing him back to life. So
that's what he says the miracle is. If he said it's the miracle, it's on what he said, man. I don't know. I'm not in this man.
Hey, what you think
He
about
did come back, though.
Scientology.
Scientology right there. You can get down with, science.
What you think about Scientology, man? And go ahead and lie. He act like you ain't been doing that shit too.
I fuck with Scientology.
Scientology was actually used to
Nah, so there. I ain't mean to skip the subject. I just came on in the peak with you, but you all right?
No, you good, Uncle Mike?
Yeah, my man. And this mess with you, man.
Hey, look though, his son prayed over him, man. He had that touch. He was really feeling the spirit, man.
Okay, so do we take in the fact that this is media?
I have to get you started, bro.
Look, this is media, right? Ran by we don't know who. Now, let me just track back the video real quick, right? Just point out something. Let's go here. Now, this is the daughter, right? If my father, I'm having like that. Now, then look at her. Look at that.
Yeah, go ahead. It's okay.
With very heavy hearts, we had to stop, and we pronounced him actually dead.
For Tony's daughter, Kirsten, it was simply too much to bear.
I felt like my heart had just been ripped out.
As nurses were preparing to take Tony to the morgue, Tony's son Lawrence,
so
with
they had to call him a white pastor,
right in front of his dead father, he began talking to him, refusing to accept what doctors had told him.
It seemed like all the white people got this power, man. It seemed like they got it.
Took about 3
Hold on, I'm not finished. Hold on, because it seemed like they got it, man. Because if they got Jesus and we got Jesus, they moving in their favor more than us. You know what I'm saying?
I fuck with us.
Waking people up from the dead.
They're not the chosen people, man.
Their Jesus is doing their thing for his people.
Nah, but they're not the chosen. Hey, we just not the chosen people.
Now, Brother Kufu, I sent you something. I'm gonna see if I can get it. Hold on, y'all. So what y'all think about that though? So the lady gave all the credit. I mean, the guy gave the credit to God, saying yeah, he was moving that day.
Man, all that shit could have been staged.
Everything could be staged, bro. Everything more than likely is staged. The whole shit is staged, more than likely.
So is the God stage too in this society?
Like I said, it can. I mean, in your mind, it's what you make it, yeah. It's your mind.
So where does hell and heaven come in? That's what I want to know.
Ask God.
If he quote unquote died, he ain't say nothing about hell and heaven.
You go pray and ask him. I don't know.
Well, you can't give us that one.
But I don't go by the book of none of that shit. I'm going on I've read the book in jail. Yes, I did. And I got it, and I've read it tonight. I got a lot of knowledge out of it. But I only use that for like steps in my life, stuff that I can.
But you can't say. But you can't say that. You can't say pray to him. Then
I do it for
I can do. I mean, I just use it for steps to apply to my life. I only look for positive stuff. I'm not going to look for the negative in anything. If I look and talk to you, if I read your stuff, I'm not going to go look for the negative. I want to see the positive shit my brother talking about. I'm not going to look for the negative. When I go look at that book, I'm not going to be in there looking and being like, oh, because yeah, it's a lot of contradicting shit in that joint. Yeah, it's a lot of shit in there. I'm not going to look for that shit. I'm looking for a positive message that's going to help me for tomorrow. I'm not worried about all that other shit.
But then you can read that from any other book then. Or you can get that from any other book then. You can read an inspirational book and get a
right. Exactly. And you can read my book. Book of Devin coming real soon. Next book, baby. Yeah, you really can. I'm creating my Bible. Everyone creates your own. It's your story. If the shit fuck up over right now, if shit was fucked up, if my shit is right here, that's gonna be left here. That's all the shit is. In my mind. But that's my mind.
Your Bible and the actual Bible has two problems. Your Bible gonna be written in first person. The Bible, the real Bible, is just
what's the real Bible?
The King James version.
Is that the real Bible or one of the versions of the real Bible?
I'm just going with the King James version because that's the most widely accepted version of the Bible that's being used right now. It's not the first. It's not the first version of the Bible, no, but not by no means. But it is the most widely accepted version of the Bible being used right now. So I'm just going off that premise right there.
I got different Bibles. I got the Catholic joint. I got the King James joint. But I mean, I believe in all positive teaching. So you should read the Quran too. You know, you should read anything that's positive.
At that point, that's not religion. You're just having.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. You're right. I believe. I mean, that's just what it is. But that, in my mind, that's what religion is supposed to be.
But if you look at every script, every text, every religion, right? If you really look at it, it's the greatest Aesop fable ever. Period.
But the thing is, though,
just think about it. It's nothing but a collective of thoughts of most likely white men.
Yeah.
Hey, let's keep it 100.
Let's keep it real.
Like they're big, because look, and when you talk about this earlier, women didn't win in the Bible. Why is that? Women not winning in the Bible, dog. Why is that? As strong as women are, for them to be able to have a baby, and we can't even fucking tell our body to do some shit like that.
The pain, I can't get pain.
Weakest, most lowest situation in the Bible. Because think about it, every situation led to some. The virgin birth.
I can't. Nah,
never had sex.
I can't say the weakest though. I can't say the weakest females in the Bible. I told you, they weren't weak in the joint. And in the
they
Bible,
always made them a model.
Man, them motherfucking brides.
The men always were strong and they lived. Man, wives and kids.
Hold on real quick. The brides in the Bible do the same shit these brides are doing right now. They crazy as fuck, man.
No.
Hold up. No. Jacob.
Nah, that's a cop out, Mo. That's a cop out, man.
Ain't no cop out.
You know why shit is the way it is?
Nah.
You know why shit is the way it is?
Why is that?
Because of
white
fucking
Jesus.
No.
Oh, god damn, this motherfucker is white Jesus.
No,
it's because of white people, though.
Done it, but ain't nobody copyrighted that shit. Please take that. That shit is...
The world fucked up because of white people, as far as I'm concerned.
Hey, man, but that's look.
You
can't just fucking blame the white man. You gotta.
I can. And history can prove it.
Fuck the white man.
I say fuck him too. The minute the African met the European is where history went downhill for everybody.
I say fucked up individuals. That's what I say.
Nah. We all got the European mind. That's why.
What is the European mind?
You're speaking English right now, aren't you?
Okay.
Right.
That's my name, because that's the only fucking language I have ever talked.
Exactly my point. Exactly my point. Now, hold on. Now, in Africa, right, we speak a different language.
You say
right? We don't speak English in Africa.
Who's from Africa?
I'm from Africa.
You're from Africa.
I'm from Africa, right?
He's from French, right?
Right.
speak African, that's your native tongue, right?
That's our native tongue. Our native tongue is Igbo, right? We don't speak English.
Who's we?
Right? My people. Sorry, let me break it down. So my people in Africa, we Africans, us. I'm explaining. You, I, him, everybody who's talking right now are Africans. Period. Right?
Fucking African, dog.
Huh?
You can't.
Okay. Gotta get into it.
Let me break it down to him.
I'm about to get intense. So,
he gave himself a hole right quick.
I purposely allowed you. I wanted you to say what you meant, so I understood what you meant.
Okay.
Okay. Because what you said was, I have African blood. That's what you said.
I didn't say that. I said I am African.
You spoke African. Oh, that's your language, right?
Huh?
And then you came back and said we were all Igbo, right?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said I am Igbo.
You're Igbo.
I'm Igbo. Right. But
okay.
In the diaspora, we are all Africans. You, him, Devin.
African?
You are an African.
How am I African?
What do you mean? How are you an African?
I've been an African my fucking life. How am I
really?
Who are you?
You're saying what you're telling me right now is that black skin that you're wearing right now came from America. That's what you're telling me.
Can't be, because I don't know how they changed my color. Fuck you talking about? Serious business, man.
It's serious. And what you're telling me is your black skin originated. Because you got. Let me put it like this. What's your last name?
Hamilton.
Hamilton, right? Where did you get the name Hamilton from?
From the president, Andrew Hamilton. We traced it.
Right. So the people who were enslaved by President Hamilton, right? Where did they come from?
You said what?
The people who were enslaved by President Hamilton, where did they come from? They didn't just arrive here out of the sky.
Hey, come on. I mean,
be real. Come on now. Let's keep 100 now.
Come on,
okay.
Come from?
Where did the slaves come from?
This is the stupid
Our
conversation
ancestors
I don't
came
like.
from Africa.
I'll tell you why this shit is
The
stupid.
slaves came from Africa. Let's be honest.
This is what you call leading the witness, right?
It's not leading the witness. That's history.
Up to, but this is my point. I've never been fucking African in my life.
I'm not saying you don't have to be.
Born in Washington D.C. and greatest.
Me too. I was born in Washington D.C. too.
I have African ancestry in my blood, but I'm not African, bruh.
You are African.
I'm not.
You are African.
I'm
you
not.
can deny it all you want to.
You know what?
You go to Africa right now, your ass can walk around and nobody will bat an eye at you.
Here's the funny shit. Here's the funny shit.
Uh-huh.
Black Americans come with all this theme, right? But we don't. One thing I will agree, we do not have a baseline for our heritage. We don't.
Because I'm telling you have one.
Wait a minute, though. Wait a minute. If you really break it down and look at every textbook in the last, name it. Name it. Because you can say something's from Samaria or from the Moors and all of this shit. But you don't fucking really know that.
I know you are from Africa.
Okay, wait a minute, because it's a bigger issue here.
Oh, I agree.
Okay? It's a bigger issue. It's not about the fact that I'm from Africa, because I shouldn't have to. See, everyone wants to say Black Americans can't identify with the history that we don't know, right? Because it's been tainted and all this other shit because we don't know where we come from. We are a so-called disenfranchised culture. We are. We have hard shit that we've been through. We're stronger than everybody though because we keep fucking living. That's a testament in itself. But hold up, my biggest scheme is this. It should not fucking matter where I'm from. I shouldn't have to have pride in my history when I'm creating my own right now. My son.
Whoa. Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. Hold on. Let me stop you right there.
If you're gonna lead me into this type of questioning, let me explain myself and I'll let you go.
Okay.
I'll let you go.
Okay.
This is my whole thing. We talk about the sins of the father.
Okay.
Strive to be better than my father my entire life, and the closer I get older in age, the more I realize I'm like him. Because genetically, I'm like him. Number one. Number two, I don't have to be in his presence to even have characteristics about him. Okay? but
Agreed.
I'm still a part of him.
Agreed.
So his lineage is in me. So my duty as the child is to become stronger so that that weak shit that was behind me dies off. So
No
my
more
son
weak
is
shit,
stronger
no more
than me.
sucker shit. That's what it's
So
about.
no, wait. So you understand when my mind frame is on a level where it's not about my life right now. Because see, they call us millennials, and I might fall in another category because I'm a little older, but they talk about our generation and the direction that we're going. Truth be told, the last generation behind us, our parents failed us because they had the opportunity to pass on the knowledge, but them motherfuckers partied and got higher than a motherfucker.
Yep.
Let's
So
keep it 100.
So it's on
The
us.
last people, the people who could do some shit, even Jesse Jackson and all the motherfuckers was still doing all heroin and
All right.
all that shit.
Hold
Right?
on, let me cut you off. All right, let me cut you off. Right. All right. Let me to 2 points. Right. 2 points, real quick. First one, when you said the history is not important, our history is very, very, extremely important. Reason being, first of all, for you to say that means you don't know how great we were in the past, right?
That's not what I'm saying.
Hold on. For instance, we built the pyramids, which still can't be built today. We invented. Hold on. We invented tech. Hold on, huh?
Can you prove it? When I tell you facts,
that we invented that we built the pyramids.
Prove it.
There are hieroglyphs inside the pyramid showing us building the pyramids. What are you talking about?
You cannot prove it. You can't prove it.
Okay.
What I can prove is I can see
the motherfucker sitting right there. What you mean?
Talking the shit out of everybody.
I like to say pictures are worth 1,000 words, right? We have hieroglyphs inside the pyramid showing us building the pyramids. There's no doubt about it. So that's back to the first point. First of all, you don't know how great we were, right? To say that we want to be greater than the Father, first of all, you have to know the history of the Father.
It doesn't
if
matter.
you don't know the history of the Father, you'll never know how great he was.
It doesn't matter.
And your whole future is pointless.
It doesn't matter.
It's pointless. You don't know the history of your father. Your father. Hold on. Your father created astronomy. Your father created mathematics, geometry, and engineering. If you can't create that shit, you're not going to be greater than him. Period. You understand? Our ancestors created mathematics, engineering, physics, medicine. If you can't create that, hold on. What do you prove it?
Prove it. I'm some Asian dude came from Asia. Ain't fucking African.
Are you serious? You serious about proving it? We were the first human beings on Earth, and you're talking about proving it. Come on now.
And black people not under that. Come on, dog. Come on.
We were the first human beings on Earth, and you're talking about prove it.
All right, look.
I'm proving. The proof is in me right now. Things are being created because of the black person right now. What do you mean prove it?
Just prove my point.
How did I prove your point?
I do not need to look at history to understand the greatness of my people today. I look at it every fucking day. My wife is pregnant right now. She works a full-time job.
Misconstruing what I'm saying.
My ass to get our situation together so she don't have to work.
I'm not disagreeing with you. You're misconstruing what I'm saying.
From the back,
I'm not. This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying we're not great now. But what I'm saying is compared to where we were. But look, compared to where we were, hold on. But compared to where we were, we are no greater than them.
Matter.
We're not.
We're not. Matter.
We're living. It does matter. I can say I want to be greater than the Father, and you don't know the history of your father. We were, in our heyday, we were gods on this planet. We were the only human beings on Earth. You don't know that history. So how then can you say I want to be greater than the Father? You don't know that history.
Greater than my father.
Makes no sense.
Without knowing my father, my point is I don't know my father.
I'm not saying.
You missed that whole shit because
you're missing the analogy I'm trying to give you.
What I was saying was I will be greater than my father because I'll be better for my son. You missed it. So you're talking about now.
If your son doesn't know your history, right? Say you die before your son grows up, right? And he doesn't know your history. How can he then say I will be greater than my father? And he doesn't know your history. He doesn't know what you've accomplished.
Wait, let him finish.
His future is being based off nothing. His future is his future. Period. He's not basing it off your history. You understand what I'm saying? Because he doesn't know your history.
Okay, let's
talk. What I'm saying?
Okay, you done?
Okay.
Facts. This is a fact.
Okay.
The minute I had a good little piece of change, I got a life insurance policy. So if I die financially, my family ain't got to worry about shit. It's number one. My goal is to take care of my family. So regardless if I'm here or not, my son and my wife is good, right? I got you, and we're going to get to your point.
Okay.
Okay? They always say it takes a family, or excuse me, a community to raise a child, right? My support system is strong because I built it strong. How long have I known you, dog? Anything happen to him, his son, I got him. As many people that can supply and do, I'm still gonna do my part. And I expect the people around me that pick up my son and watch my son, and when I tell them to read my son a book before they put him to bed, these type of things, because we're a community raising our children. See, it's not strength just because of me. It's not about me. You talk, that's a selfish mind frame. I speak as if I'm talking about if I go, I understand that regardless of what happens, if he hurts, he gonna make sure my son is good.
Fine, but what if your child is kidnapped, right? What if your child, God forbid, what if your child is kidnapped, right? In another family, right? In another family, that means he doesn't know your history.
Okay.
Right? So then what would he then be aspiring to if he doesn't know who you are? You understand? You get my point now? As slaves in America, we would strip from that history. We would strip from our
wait, you gonna let me finish? You gonna let me cover that before you go on? It's a simple truth and answer to this, right? That's hypothetical.
Of course, it's all hypothetical.
Wait. We talking about the odds of that shit happening. I can't control anything in my life. So if my son, I'm here right now. If my son dies, if somebody break in the house where we at right now, and they go in there and kill everybody, I can't do shit about that. I'm either gonna make a decision to break down and not function. I'm gonna do what the fuck I gotta do, make sure that shit may not happen again. I may go another direction in my life. I may give up, I may not give up. But the truth be told, I can't control it. So why even concern myself about that? I'm concerned about the decisions that I can control and the things that I do in my community. And I'm talking about uplifting other people because I'm not even fighting you right now. This is about the simple fact this is what we need more of, right? I respect everything you say and I always speak.
Likewise.
I understand what you're saying and I get your point of view. I understand. But me personally, as strong as my will is, the only thing that I consistently have an issue with our community, we complain so fucking much about everything and nobody ain't doing shit about nothing but talking. Stop fucking talking. You keep talking. You know what I'm saying? They put every rule that they use to get ahead in life in front of you. They do this for everyone. The same information is out there for everyone. Every opportunity may not be there. You may not know a specific person, but if you grow hard enough, you'll find that link. You'll make it move because you have that desire to learn it and make it move. But the problem is, we just fucking be like, you know what? That motherfucker fired me because I did it, but you was late, dog. How you gonna get mad because you got rolled up because you was late? You know what I'm saying?
Personal
I'm tired
accountability.
I have no.
Let me
no, you was right. I was agreeing with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me go ahead and share something with you, brothers, because I want us to really understand. Because what really stuck out to me is that, and other people have this perception too, that they're not African. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to show some history real quick to see your get your perspective on it. Shout out to my man Chief, who does extensive research. Y'all see it?
That's the grateful part.
Slavery, the treatment of human beings as property deprived of personal rights, has occurred in many forms throughout the world. But one institution stands out for both its global scale and its lasting legacy: the Atlantic slave trade, occurring from the late 15th to the mid-19th century and spanning 3 continents, forcibly brought more than 10 million Africans to the Americas. The impact it would leave affected not only these slaves and their descendants, but the economies and histories of large parts of the world. There had been centuries of contact between Europe and Africa via the Mediterranean, but the Atlantic slave trade began in the late 1400s with Portuguese colonies in West Africa and Spanish settlement of the Americas shortly after. The crops grown in the new colonies, sugarcane, tobacco, and cotton, were labor-intensive, and there were not enough settlers or indentured servants to cultivate all the new land. American natives were enslaved, but many died from new diseases, while others effectively resisted. And so, to meet the massive demand for labor, the Europeans looked to Africa. African slavery had existed for centuries in various forms. Some slaves were indentured servants, with a limited term and the chance to buy one's freedom. Others were more like European serfs. In some societies, slaves could be part of a master's family, own land, and even rise to positions of power. But when white captains came offering manufactured goods, weapons, and rum for slaves, African kings and merchants had little reason to hesitate. They viewed the people they sold not as fellow Africans, but criminals, debtors, or prisoners of war from rival tribes. By selling them, kings enriched their own realms and strengthened them against neighboring enemies. African kingdoms prospered from the slave trade, but meeting the Europeans' massive demand created intense competition. Slavery replaced other criminal sentences, and capturing slaves became a motivation for war rather than its result. To defend themselves from slave raids, neighboring kingdoms needed European firearms, which they also bought with slaves. The slave trade had become an arms race, altering societies and economies across the continent. As for the slaves themselves, they faced unimaginable brutality. After being marched to slave forts on the coast, shaved to prevent lice, and branded, they were loaded onto ships bound for the Americas. About 20% of them would never see land again. Most captains of the day were tight packers, cramming as many men as possible below deck. While the lack of sanitation caused many to die of disease, and others were thrown overboard for being sick or as discipline, the captains ensured their profits by cutting off slaves' ears as proof of purchase. Took matters into their own hands. Many inland Africans had never seen whites before.
But this does prove my point, though, that we are Africans. We are prisoners of war here. Still. We are Africans. Your nationality is American. Your nationality is American, but your heritage is African. Your origin is African, period.
Black no more.
You are African. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Your nationality is American. Yeah, you're right. Your nationality is, but you're African, period.
That's the
We
problem.
are all prisoners of war here.
But this is the issue, though. I mean, honestly, and I'm wrong.
The history plays into our future. That's what I'm telling you. If you don't know the history of your father, you can't become greater than him.
I'm even wrong in my own ideology. Come on. I'm wrong in my own because I said I was an American, right? That's me just being an asshole, right?
Your nationality is American. I'm not
I'm a human being. It don't matter. My DNA.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Else other than the markers, but as far as I understand, we all born the same way. We all die the same way, just about. As far as the body being born and dying, right? So even when you talk about race and color and all this shit, it don't matter. Because truth be told, this is what I'm telling you.
It actually does matter.
Black culture, and I'm going to do whatever to get them to rise above the shit we're in right now. But at the same time, you think I'm gonna turn my back on the white people that I've served with in the military that I know for a fact will take the bullets for me and you and don't know you? You understand what I'm saying? You can talk about the Filipino and Vietnamese people I know. Come on, dog. We talking about human being, humanity.
I wish we were seen as human beings. I wish we were seen as human beings, but we're not.
But we do that. We
You go down the street,
ourselves.
you go down the street, your same military friend that's a police officer will put a bullet in your back if you do something wrong. Right or wrong? Am I right or wrong?
But see what you talking about?
Come on now. That's reality. That's what I'm talking about. Is reality.
We gonna talk about reality. Let's talk about the facts of reality.
Okay.
9 times out of 10, if you catching a bullet in your back, you're doing some shit you probably deserve it.
I just said if you're doing something wrong, your same military friend will put a bullet in your back. Right or wrong?
That's a human though.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Goes back to the punch to the face. It's the same shit.
Man, they punch us in the face repeatedly. They punch us in the face repeatedly, and we're still saying we love you. Man, fuck that, man. Come on now. They put you in chains, and you saying we love you. You just saw the history. You saw the history, and you still saying we love you. Come on, man.
What you say?
He just played the video of our history of slavery right then and there, and you still saying we love you.
I've seen
your last name is Hamilton. Your last name gotten from that history he just showed, and you still saying we love you. That's Stockholm syndrome. That's Stockholm syndrome.
Love you to who? White people?
Yes, that's Stockholm syndrome. Look up Stockholm syndrome.
All right, we're gonna address this real quick. First off, this is a true statement.
Okay.
Last week, sometime I actually thought about my Hamilton last name, and I take so much pride in it, and I do. Okay. That's just my family. That's the way we are. And I thought about the ancestral history behind the name. And I thought about that. I said, you know what? I'm gonna change my motherfucking name. Because that's not my name. That's my slave owner's name to my family, and my whole family should be ashamed of the fact that they had that last name. Right? But then I thought about it. That's my name. Once again, my history doesn't define me. This is just the name you know me by. But if you really fuck with me, you say, what's up, brother? Hey, mom. Hey, sis, can you do me a favor? Because it's not about my name. It's about the fact that you know me. I define my name. I define everything about me.
I'm not going to disagree
with
you.
In my defense, I get what you're saying. The identity is, the issue is there.
That's only on the streets though. But when you go corporate, you're gonna say that name.
No, basically, hold on. Better yet, when you go around the world, you're talking about listen to what I'm saying. Hold on, listen to what I'm saying. Hold on. When you go around the world, right? Say for instance, there's a Chinese man when he goes to the airport, right? They look at his passport. The first thing they look at his name says Wong. Immediately, all right, you're a Chinese man, right? They go to Spanish. Another guy hands his passport and it says Hernandez. You look up and see the Spanish guy. Oh yeah, you're Hernandez. A black guy goes to the airport and look and puts up a passport and says Johnson. It's a problem because another black guy from Africa just like you can put up a passport and says Nugu or Ihoma or something, right? So you have a serious identity problem when you leave America, and when you're in America, you have an identity problem. Now, first, we can all say we know the person, fine. We all know the person, that's fine. But when you leave, when I don't know you, when I see that last name, and I'm from a foreigner, this last name has a certain connotation towards me. You understand? I think differently when I see a black man with that last name Hamilton.
I like my last
another country, being from Africa. Listen, being from Africa, when I see a person that has the last name of a slave, I think differently. You understand? I'm from motherland Africa. Period. I think differently when I hear somebody with when I see a black person with the last name and keeps the last name of a slave master. I think differently of you.
So you have an African last name?
I have an African last name. I've been to Africa.
Have you always had an African last name?
Yes, I have. And my children have it also.
You said what?
My children have it also.
Do your parents or the people that raised you have that last name?
Man, I'm first generation here.
So you have a family that has another last name, but you changed your name, right?
My family has my last name. Period.
I just asked you. All right.
That's why I said yeah.
So all your families,
no, my father, my mother, my grandmother, etc., all have my last name.
This is what you just paralleled. You said A passport with Johnson with the African person is almost.
They're gonna be confused because I as an African can come to your passport and have a different last name. What I'm saying is you have an identity problem around the world. Around the world, not just in America, around the world, you have an identity problem.
Wait a minute.
Your last name has a different connotation to people around the world. They see you differently. It's not just in America, is what I'm trying to tell you. When you go to Africa right now, and they see the last name as an American last name, and look up and see a black African, they think differently of you. Do you understand? And the fact that you
give a fuck about that though. Why should I don't care about that?
I understand you don't. I understand you don't care, but in the diaspora, people care.
It's a name.
In the diaspora, people care. You may not care yourself, but in the diaspora, people care about your race.
It's not about not taking pride in my name.
I'm not saying that don't take pride in your last name. What I'm saying is your name has a connotation to people around the world.
I said name in general, period. But the point that I'm making, I strive to be a great human being, not a great Derek. You know what I'm saying? Or my fucking name. I strive to be a great human being to the next person. That's irrelevant. When you talk about personally my name, that makes me selfish. We're talking about me. It's not about me. It's about him. It's about him. It's about what you got going, so we can get some shit together, so we can keep it moving forward and build each other. That's what it's about.
And I'm telling you, that doesn't happen unless you know your history. You don't know me. What I'm saying is you don't know Africa. I'm trying to tell you, get in touch with that history.
How do you connection? Okay, without the span of humanity, okay? What other lesson do you need to learn other than the fact that if you work together, you achieve more? That's a fact. You can do it together.
But here's the thing, right?
Wait a minute. I'm not even trying to get hostile, okay? You achieve more as a group. We all continue as a group. Think about it. Everything we do, we demean each other. For what? Because it's a habit of pattern, because our parents did. Think about it. Talk about you, they be drinking, partying. If they don't drink, they're in church, they talking shit. Like everybody in the black community talks shit. My wife be like, why are you raising your voice? I'm not raising my voice. I talk loud because in my house, everybody talk fucking loud. That's why the police don't understand this, because they don't understand. I'm a little more emotional than you, for the simple fact in my house, we might raise our voice and we still love each other after we done yelled at each other. They don't understand that. We don't even get that about ourselves to the point where we argue so much now. Like now. I'm willing to listen. You willing to listen. We can do this. People don't do that. They don't ever do that. Did you get it? Did you get it?
I get that bitch. I missed that joke.
Hey, I just want to let y'all know I got a couple of questions from the audience. If anyone wants to answer it, I'll do that. I'll do that in about 2 minutes. So
all right, hold on. To his point, right quick. The reason why that happens because we don't identify with each other. Like for instance, the Spanish, when you go to Spanish Town, right? You see a lot of Spanish speaking people there. There's a lot of Spanish stores, right? You see a lot of people going to El Pollo Loco versus going to KFC. It's because they identify with each other. They have a common history and a common past, which breeds a common culture. And that's what civilization is. They have a common past, which breeds a common culture, which breeds customs and et cetera, et cetera.
Niggas think our culture is burgers and fries.
What I'm saying is black people don't have that, so we argue with each other because we don't identify with each other, because we all think we don't share that same past. We all Hebrews, we all Jews, we all this, we all that. We're not all African. That's the problem. Is what I'm saying. We're not all African. You just said to me that I'm an American.
And here's the thing. Once again,
I'm telling you as an African, you're an African.
No, but listen to what I'm saying. I just listen to everything you said, right? Everything you said was a choice.
It's not a choice. That's what it is. It's reality.
No. It's not. It's a choice. If I was raised in a Spanish culture and that's the food that I was brought up on, and I moved somewhere else and I just decided to have another lifestyle of eating, I could do that. And it may never include another Spanish piece of food ever.
You're right.
It's a choice. So this is my thing. How do you connect? How do you even associate your? Cause see, you still talking as a sheeple and you preaching to me as you a lone wolf, but you not. Come on, cause that's sheeple talk. That's sheeple talk when you say we are, right? We are all individuals. That's a fact.
That's your problem right there.
No, that's
you're still thinking as an individual. You're not thinking of us as a whole.
The world's problem. You know why that's the world's problem? Because as long as we are all individuals, they can't control us. That's the whole.
It's the reason we are individuals. Why they are controlling us.
Individuals.
Let's talk about the things that you have access to: resources, food, housing. They build community.
Wow, we don't have access to farming like that.
But my point is, you have access to nothing unless they provide it for us. And then we ain't just talking about our culture. We talking about everybody in the United States and the world. The people who have actual ownership of the things that we need in life. And they decided tomorrow to say, you know what? Cut that shit off. Ain't shit we can do. This computer goes off. You don't have no food for your kids. Ain't shit you can do.
Negative.
But we don't really have a choice in the system that we were built into.
Negative. I'm trying to tell you now, as an African, that doesn't matter. I'm telling you now, it doesn't matter. They can shut the electricity off tomorrow, shut the food off tomorrow. I'm trying to tell you, in Africa, it doesn't matter.
What the fuck do you mean?
You have that, huh?
What do you mean in Africa it doesn't matter?
I've lived in Africa. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter.
That's a worldwide. Are you that naive to not
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
You did not just say that like Africa's different from everywhere else in the world.
I'm telling you, the part of Africa that I live in, what you're saying does not matter.
What doesn't matter?
I'm telling you, they can shut the electricity off tomorrow, and you will still, you can still survive. They can shut the food off tomorrow, and you can still survive. No problem. Dude, there's food every fucking where in Africa. In my part of Africa, there is.
You know what?
Survive. Don't tell me.
Does that solve a global issue? No, it doesn't.
I'm concerned about Africa.
That food in Africa gonna last?
I'm concerned.
So you think the white people going before they get their laser targeted missiles that you black people in Africa don't have, and they start bombing all y'all motherfuckers?
Man, they got
They bomb us. What would they come to Africa for if they bomb us?
We don't have satellites. They got fucking satellites.
So what?
We don't have laser guided missiles. They have that shit.
So what?
What you mean? So what?
So
if they
what?
decided, you wouldn't even exist.
You still got to come to the ground, man. You still got to come to the ground, man. And you don't know the lay of the land. I don't care how many topographical maps you got. You don't know the lay of the land.
My point is this: if our basic instinct is to survive, okay, outside of the fact that the government can fuck everybody up at any given chance that they want. They can poison the water, they can poison the food. We can go endless amounts of ways that they can kill everybody at the same fucking time, except people that got money. So let's not be naive to the fact that they can really do what they want, okay? So let's stop playing that. Let's go back to the fact about basic survival. Of course we will survive if there's no food, but how long do you think that shit gonna last? With all the development that they built throughout
lasted us about
the world, do you think
lasted us about 10 seconds?
You gotta figure out what you
enough time that everybody can survive?
Listen to what you're saying. Listen to what you're saying, right? Listen to what you're saying. From the beginning of Africa, the government has been supplying the Africans food. It's what you said. It's what you're telling me. Since the beginning of Africa, the government has been supplying the Africans food. It's what you're telling me.
He trying to eat steaks and shit.
Come on, man. There's food everywhere in Africa. You've been told a fucking lie.
You said there's food everywhere in Africa?
Dude, there's food everywhere in Africa.
You've seen this? You seen the stockpiles of food and shit?
Are you kidding me?
Give me facts.
This ain't the United States. We got
you know what? When I talk about this, when I talk everything that I just named you, everything that I just mentioned to you was a fact.
No, it's not a fact.
It's a fucking fact.
Not a fact.
There's not enough food on this
planet. I've lived there.
If the government decided to cut off funding for food and transportation,
you can't cut off the environment. You can't cut off the earth.
I'm trying to tell you that's not a fact where I am. I'm trying to tell you that.
How you gonna cut off the earth?
The stuff that you take for granted here, we don't have. In some places in Nigeria, we don't have that. You understand? We don't have what you. We don't have transportation, electricity, running. We don't have that in some places like this. Do you understand? Hold on. No, he needs to hear this. Hold on. So we don't have in some places in Nigeria, the stuff that you just mentioned, they don't have that, and they're still surviving pretty fine.
What?
So don't tell me that shit matters. It doesn't matter. You have a preconceived notion that everything in America is around the world.
Let me ask you a question.
If it doesn't run or have electricity, it's shit.
Okay.
People are living without that shit and living perfectly fine.
I got you. So once again, we're gonna go back to when we talk about selfish talk, right? You're talking about Africa, and you're only talking about Africa, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so listen. As the world progresses and shit gets terrible everywhere else, do you all have the defenses in Africa to defend from the rest of the fucking world that's hungry?
As far as I'm concerned, we're gonna have to get defenses.
You fight that shit, you can't.
We have to.
Let's be honest, you can't. What the fuck you mean you're gonna have to?
We're starting to now. We started to now. What are you talking about? We're starting to right now.
Tell me that Europe, which is right fucking next door in a park, the whole hemisphere, right there, right beside y'all. You mean to tell me if they run out of resources, they're not gonna come in and start dumping on Africa?
Dude, they don't have resources now. They dump it on Africa now. What are you talking about?
The other side and dump and take the resources they can get.
Europe has no resources. They're dumping on Africa right now.
Iceland and all those other countries is not gonna send somebody to come get the resources. You're not thinking logical. You're not.
Listen to what you're saying. Africa is the most resource-rich continent on the planet. Do you understand what you're saying to me?
Is it still though?
Europe. Hold on. Listen. No, because you're making a mistake. Europe has no resources.
Have you been in the ground in Africa and done for gold?
Are you kidding me? Are you serious?
That's a damn serious question.
Where do you think gold comes from? Where do you think diamonds come from? Where do you think rubies come from? What do you think? The cell phone you got in your right, the cell phone you got in your left hand right now, 90% of it comes from Africa. What are you talking about?
But I'm asking you, have you dug gold yourself?
I dug gold myself. Are you?
My question: do you have the company, the equipment, and the money to finance something that can dig on a level where you can survive and your community can survive? No, you do not.
So
stop giving me illogical questions.
What did I say that was illogical? What did I say that was illogical?
Come on, you just
we
said
are the most.
You said that Africa basically can sustain itself without. If the rest of the world dies out and they have nothing else, Africa can hold it down and live longer than everybody else. That's what
it can. I'm telling you right now, it can. Do you think your black skin got here by accident?
On the record, you said they can, right?
You think your black skin got here by accident? You think we had all that shit you were talking about before you got here?
You said Africa can.
Do you think you got? Listen to what you're telling me. Listen to the logic of what you're telling me. Do you think you had all that shit before you got to this goddamn continent? The transportation, electricity, food stockpiled everywhere, the stores. You think you had all that shit before you got here?
Of course not.
Okay then. So what are you telling me that we won't survive? You're telling me that we won't survive.
You said what?
Do you hear me? What you're telling me? You're telling me that we won't survive in Africa?
Okay. Since
Come on now.
Okay, when you talk about you gonna still survive, what you gonna eat?
Everything around me. What are you talking about? Their food. Dude, I can walk down my. Listen to what I'm saying. I can walk down my street. I can walk down my street in Africa, and there's wild pineapples growing everywhere. Everywhere.
You're missing the point. How long does it last when the rest of the world?
I can survive. You understand? You've been told a lie. You've never been to Africa. Go there and live there. You will survive.
Yeah. I don't have to go.
So what you saying is illogical, brother. Look at this. Look at these facts here. As big as China, India, and the United States, where you living at right now, and most of Europe put together, I think we can fit.
I think we can fit.
It's not about fitting. You're missing the point, and that's what I'm talking about.
The land will provide for itself, brother.
Organic and inorganic resources on any planet on the earth. I mean, any continent on the earth.
It's shelter, clothing, and water. That's all you need to live. And food.
You got this information off of Daily Mail.
Come on, man. Shelter.
You can go to. Dude, you don't have to go to the X website. You can go to any website. You can find out content.
It does not matter. If you logistically look, come on, man.
Yeah, look at it logistically,
man.
Look at it logistically.
Okay. How many endangered species
logistically? Huh?
What natural resources do you have in Africa that can wait a minute before you talk. How many generations can you go before your whole civilization just dies out?
My friend, we started civilization. What are you talking about? We're still going strong right now without the shit that you're talking about.
What are you talking
about? We're
about?
still going strong.
The whole world. I'm not just talking about because you keep saying.
Dude.
I asked you if the rest of the world is dying out and they come to Africa. You said they can defend.
Man,
there's no fucking way that happens.
Why ain't it? Give me one good goddamn reason why can't we muster up the defense to defend Africa? Give me one good goddamn reason.
We're so used to American custom.
Hell yeah, he is. Come on, man. We strong, man. Don't take that away from me.
That's what it is. We're so used to American. We're comfortable. So
you comfortable?
America is a
perception.
You're comfortable.
Plus the perception that we get from what the media shows us, we already think that it's a bad place to go. So we already got that in our mind.
America is an illusion, dog. Everything in America is fake.
Well, then don't tell me you can't survive in Africa. Where else you gonna go?
Wants to though?
Where is you gonna go? If they blow up America right now, where else you gonna go?
Who wants to
That's
go
my
there?
whole point.
What do you mean who wants to go there?
You say what?
Who wants to go there?
To Africa?
Yeah.
Have you ever been?
Who wants to go there?
Have you ever been?
I think we got on a whole enough.
All right then.
That's not.
But who wants to go?
What do you mean? Why wouldn't you want to go to a place that you can blend in? That you don't got to worry about a white motherfucker. You in control.
I would go visit. I definitely would go visit Africa. But I don't want to stay there.
I ain't dying in this bitch. I can tell you that now.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
I am.
All right.
I mean,
spend some time over there.
I ain't gonna give up. You think I'm gonna give up? You think I'm gonna make the white
giving up?
You think you're giving up? White man make me surrender? No, I'm gonna make them niggas kiss. Man, fuck them. I'm gonna do my shit in his turf, on his turf, nigga. On his turf. I ain't gotta go to Africa.
That's the whole point.
I ain't scared. Are you
I
scared?
ain't saying you gotta go.
That goes back to the greatness we talk.
What I'm saying is, don't negate your history. Is what I'm saying. And in order to make a bridge between both of us, you gotta know it. You gotta know it. You just disconnected yourself when you told me I was an American. I told you you're an African. You disconnected yourself from me.
I already told you.
No, but I'm saying it. I'm not saying this for you. No, but I'm saying
we know where we came from. Everybody,
it doesn't matter either way.
No, but what I'm saying is the connotation. All right, say for instance, right? Another black man. I don't know him, right? And he doesn't know me, right? Right. So I say I'm an African, right? Mm-hmm. He said he's an American. I know we both know the history, right, of slavery. So I say to you, you are an African, and you keep saying to me, you are an American. You're disconnecting yourself with me.
But why what the fuck does it matter being connected? We gonna die by ourselves.
Man, nah, it's dude. When you know that they're purposely trying to kill us in Africa, purposefully, and they're purposely trying to kill us here and across the world.
It's the purpose
if we don't stick like this, we're a dying race. Period. We are a dying race.
Where you at right now?
We're the majority. Fucking white.
Huh?
Where you at right now? Like, what state are you in?
I'm in DC.
We're the majority, not the minority.
We're the majority, but we're not in control.
Why are you here then? Why are you here?
My parents brought me here.
Huh?
My parents brought me here. I didn't come here by choice.
Still here.
You said you don't want to be here.
I just told you I'm going back. As soon as I establish my business over there, I'm leaving this motherfucker. I'm not staying here.
Wait a minute. If it's so self-sustaining and it's that great, why can't you go over there and do that? Why can't you go over there right now, move to Africa right now and go do that right now? Why can't you do that?
Because you got to be here, right?
Well, first of all, I have to, in this society.
We're not trying.
Hold on. In this society.
No. We're not trying to get into your business. But this is my question. Is anybody over there checking for you? Other than family that you have? Like, seriously. Because in my experience, Africans don't even really fuck with us as African Americans.
Yeah, they don't.
The stereotypical shit is beyond bonkers. And don't
That's the problem.
I work with it for over 15 years.
It's been like that.
The problem.
That goes hand in hand.
You have to understand the problem I'm trying to get to you on.
Right? That's
divide and conquer. Listen, hold on. The thing you said about stereotypes, right?
Here's my point. Here's my point. None of that matter.
It does matter.
None of that matter.
It does matter.
No, it doesn't.
Stereotype. You have a stereotype.
None of that matter. You know why? Because we still work the same fucking job. You still gonna go back to your apartment over up in Silver Spring, and might go to my shit in Ox Hill. But you know what? We still doing the same shit.
But
you know why? Because we humans are basic survival needs. It's not about a culture.
But
I get along with everybody for one reason. I don't look at religion.
Hold on. No, when you say stereotypes, right? You have a stereotype of an African, and Africans have a stereotype of Americans. Hold on.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I broke that down though.
No, but hold on.
Yeah, I say that it didn't matter. It's not a stereotype.
I'm trying to tell you why it matters. I'm trying to tell you why it matters, and to your second point is going to flow into your second point why it does matter, right? So now, reason why it matters, right? You have automatically disconnected yourself from me, right? So immediately,
you chose to perceive that's what I say. But to be honest with you, we all disconnected if you allow it.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. The reason you disconnected yourself to me was because of a stereotype, right? The stereotype we have of each other is what is.
Oh, go ahead.
Africans going to come to America and treat you differently because of a stereotype. Period. It happens because I've seen it happen.
Right.
And vice versa. You understand? It's because of stereotypes. It's divide and conquer.
Okay.
And so, for instance, I come to America, right? Say, for instance, I have a business, right? I see a Black American over there because he doesn't identify with me and he's maybe looking for a job. I won't hire him. That's a disconnect. You understand? And so we can't get along and we can't grow from that. And maybe you have ideas for my business. Maybe we can become partners in the business. We will never know that because we don't have that connection. And because you said is not important is why we will never come together because of a stereotype.
No, I never said it. Hold
on, man.
No,
let me point something out to you brothers real quick, because we are negating science. We're not even really thinking right now. We are saying that we aren't African. Now let's check statistics. Let's check facts scientifically, right? Okay. So this is what we come up with, because a lot of people think that we are not African. However, you will find someone that's
everybody know where we came from, bro.
No. People think that we are not African. This come from a science magazine.
Everybody knows the story about how we got brought over here. Man.
Okay. So why are we saying we ain't Africans? I mean, listen to this.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Listen to this. Researchers have found significant percent of African American, Europeans, and Latinos. You know.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying.
Listen. Outside their self-identified ethnicity, right? For example, it's nearly a quarter European, and almost 4% of European Americans carry African ancestry. So how are you, as a Black man,
brother, listen to me,
denying the fact that a European has African ancestry in him, and we can identify with that?
Everybody knows how we got here, bro. Everybody knows.
No, but I'm saying though, you have to know that you are an African.
Listen, I feel you, but Africans don't fuck with me.
That's like calling yourself a Hebrew.
When I cross the street,
do you call yourself a Hebrew? Do you call yourself a Hebrew?
Across the street, don't even fuck with me. That's it. You feel me?
Break the stereotype.
Call yourself a Hebrew.
And that's them. That's them.
Break the stereotype.
The ones that are like, I was born here. Now, I was pushed out in Washington, D.C. I wasn't pushed out in Africa. You feel me? Yeah,
right, me too.
My ancestors, they're from Africa. Yeah, but
they're from Africa, but look how they got here.
What? You said what?
Look how we got here. Not by choice.
Trust me, I know how we got here, and I still eat the chitlins too. You know, I know how we got here. You know
what I'm saying? So, I mean, with that being said, that stamps it right there, man. White man got got African blood in them. So you know where life started from us.
Yeah, I mean, we all. I mean, look though, bro. We all know this, right? But what are we doing? What are we doing?
We are claiming our culture. I mean, where we from?
Right. All right. So once we claim it, what is it going to do for us? Because I already claim mine.
Identify with each other.
Number one, it'll start moving our money different. It'll start moving our money different. That's number one.
We identify with each other. Then we know that Africa been here way longer than this Christianity bullshit. Then we start waking up. Start waking up. Once we study Africa, once we study Africa, we can wake up. Because we are a part of Africa.
I have a question. I'm not even gonna be facetious about
Yeah, I'm going to
just tell you what it is. How is it that you view that everyone's from Africa? And I'm not going to dispute that. Okay? I'm gonna even go further and say I'm not going to dispute that because I don't fucking know. But even before it was named Africa, even before it was outlined on a map, even before borders became a word that's borders, before we became different races and different countries and cities and all this shit that we call separation, because everything is separation. If we all come from the same city, if we all come from Africa, if we all the same people, why the fuck is it even an issue about who the fuck is what?
Well, number one, we're not all the same people. That's number one. So we Africans. Hold on.
We all weren't born through conception and.
I'm not saying we weren't. I'm not saying we weren't born. I'm just saying we're not all the same people.
Why are we not?
Now, that's where science comes in.
Why are we not?
That's where science comes in.
You said
we're not. The reason we're not. Huh?
What comes in?
Science comes in. So the reason we're not is that, first of all, we Africans, sub-Saharan Africans to be more specific, don't have any Neanderthal blood. We don't. Right?
Yeah.
Every other race on the planet has between 3 to 4% Neanderthal blood.
Okay.
We are the only humans on the planet.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying.
But okay, to add to that, to my defense or whatever the fuck you want to call it, we all still die the same way, right?
Oh.
Still born the same way. We all still.
Well, no, not exactly.
No, you're born into this life by some action, and you're taken out of this world by some action. I'm not saying specifically, but we all come to this world the same way, and we all leave it the same way.
I don't know
Does it matter about the genetics of your blood?
Yes, it does.
Can I fly? Can I take off?
Let me explain.
I'm more different than you that I could take off and fly or spit fire out my mouth?
Let me explain. Not you per se. But other people. Let me explain.
That ain't even me. So now, okay.
Let me explain.
Don't know how special you are. I'm telling you.
I am special. You right.
Let me explain.
All right, let's do it.
And finally tonight here, actor Hugh Jackman, who famously puts his family first. Tonight thinking about millions of other children. No blockbuster right now. Instead, a far more personal script. A health scare with roots beginning as a boy.
You were outdoors all the time. Yeah, I grew up in Australia. It was all outdoors. We lived in the suburbs. It was that old school, be home when it's dark, be home for dinner, mom or dad yelling out from the,
the youngest of 5, keeping up with his brothers under the blazing sun.
When I look back at my childhood, I never remember putting on sunscreen. I didn't even know what sunscreen was. Never. No. Sunscreen when we were growing up was, I don't think my dad or mum ever bought it. The thing I remember most, the rule about being outdoors was you weren't allowed to swim within half an hour of eating. If you do that, you're going to die. You will drown. You're going to go under. It's not true.
What is true, Hugh says, despite his love of the outdoors, is how dangerous the sun can be. 1 in 5 Americans will hear those 2 words from their doctor at some point: skin cancer. Filming X-Men, a makeup artist notices a speck of blood on his nose.
So you thought you would cut yourself? Yeah, I thought somewhere in the fight I'd hit myself, right? Which is not unusual. And I actually mentioned this to my wife. You're like, get it checked? You got to get it checked.
He remembers the doctor's words.
And she goes, but I don't really need to do it. I said, oh, because it's fine. She goes, no, because I know it's a skin cancer. I just don't know which one. I was like, what?
There are 3 types. Here's the most common and least dangerous: basal cell carcinoma. But
Yes. So I just grabbed my phone, picked it up. I literally took a photo, bang, with the thing, and I said, I've got a basal cell carcinoma. Don't be like me, wear sunscreen.
His doctor grateful for that message.
Sending
that being
Instagram,
said,
basically the world,
there is a difference.
to warn them.
So some people will get out of here differently through your genetic gene. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say that.
Yeah, genetics does play a factor.
What do you mean some people will get out of here
differently? I mean, I just played an example for you.
That was the example?
Yeah, because
basically what he's saying, genetics does play in some way, does play a role in some ways.
Well, because you have to think about nature and how he is getting this type of treatment.
So you're saying because he's white?
What I'm saying is he doesn't have the proper melanin that you have to protect yourself from the sun.
Too, though.
Huh?
Black people get skin cancer too.
Not as much as white people.
Oh man,
but they get it. You act as if everyone's immune, as if all black people are immune. We all are still susceptible to all diseases the same way. That's what I don't understand. Everybody reacts. You may not act exactly the same way to a drug or a stimulant, but some people who smoke trees go to fuck to sleep. Some people can write a fucking grand symphony. You know what I'm saying? It's all dependent on your chemistry and your makeup as an individual. That's why I tell you, everybody brings something to the table.
So you never wonder why you were black? You never wonder why your skin was black at all?
My honest question, being brought up in the home that I was brought up in, because I was brought up and raised to believe in black pride and to understand my history. Okay?
No.
I'm answering your question, but to get to really answer your question, as I became mature in my knowledge of the way of the world, we're talking about experiences with different cultures and being different places. It's the advantage of that shit. Because if all you see is DC, that's all you think. And there are people who have never left DC. How does that happen?
Yeah, that's true.
How the fuck does that happen? But my mind frame is simply this. I understand that I'm a black man in America. I get that. I understand the gravity of that. But the truth of the matter is, when I leave out my house, I don't give a fuck how I look. If I decide to be the nigga that they expect me to be, I could be that.
No, not that. I'm talking about why the pigment in your skin is black.
What does that have to do with anything?
I mean, have you never wondered why that is?
Yeah, just talk about genetics. Do you understand genetic code?
I understand.
Do you understand that people are born albino that's still black? So how do you account for that? How do you justify what you're saying? Because I have black skin, but you have albinos who have white skin that are still African American or African. You have Africans with blue eyes. You have Spanish people that's white with blue eyes. So everything you're saying, there's no justification in what you're saying.
You're missing what I'm asking.
For the simple fact that we are all individuals. We are all individuals. Nobody is born perfect. Our symmetry, we form in the form where we go from our back to our front. It's symmetry.
But hold on.
Okay? When you understand that, one leg is longer than the other.
Right, but hold on.
So how can you ask me a question about perfection when nothing's perfect?
I didn't say perfection, but what I'm saying is the black. Hold on. Hold on.
That's a lot of things.
Hold on. The sub-Saharan African was the first human being on Earth which had dark pigmentation on their skin. Hold on. Well, what do you mean?
How did you even know there was a sun when the Earth first developed? How do you not know it was 100,000 years of darkness and the first motherfucker was pale as shit, and then the sun came out and they adapted over time and evolved and then got pigment to adjust to their climate?
And that's when science comes in.
I know that, so stop pushing that.
That's when science comes in. So I do know that.
Let's talk about what's going on right now. I know for a fact the police killing us because we keep letting them.
I wonder why that is.
Let somebody kill my son.
Because the black skin in your
worry about a trial, and you can put this on the news. You kill my son, and I understand it was unjustified. Don't worry about it, Joey. I'm gonna take care of it myself. You understand what I'm saying? It's a mind frame. If you decide to believe that you come from a lineage,
you gotta give him a chance to
you live your life that way.
You gotta give him a chance to rebut. You gotta give him a chance to rebut.
All right.
What I'm saying is, it's the melanin in your skin is there for a reason. I'm not talking about you, the individual, but your melanin does play a role in what you are and who you are.
With the sun?
Not just the sun.
What else?
That's what you gotta understand. If you gotta study melanin.
I know.
Now,
that's why I'm asking you, because you brought it up. So tell me. I don't know.
So
I'm developing for black melanin skin. So you tell me what you know.
I mean, you tell me what you know, because the thing is,
lay it out. Don't give me an opinion. Give me facts.
All right. So the facts is, for one of them, other than the sun, it also breeds stability. That's number one, right? It also
stability.
It has the chemical makeup.
You said it breeds civility? I understand what both words mean. You said it breeds civility,
no,
right?
Let me rephrase that. Melanin is also called the civilizing gene, right? Let me rephrase that. Also, it also has also generated by the pineal gland. So, for instance, white people cannot generate melanin because their pineal gland is calcified. So if your pineal gland is not calcified, you will be able to generate melanin, right? Melanin also has elasticity, which means your skin is a little bit different, you can say, than the other races of the planet. Your muscles are different. Your organs are different. You understand? The way your body digests enzymes and minerals is different because of the melanin in your skin. It's not just because of the sun. And when it comes to the individual, people see your melanin in your skin as a problem. You understand?
You went from someone's opinion and personal. And this is
he building it up.
Even with his factual, right? Everything you just talked about that the melanin skin can produce and does for the human body, right?
Right.
Everybody does that. And
Nah.
Let me finish. And tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Do we not sweat when our body needs to cool down?
We do.
Answer the question for what it is and don't give me no extra like nothing, because that's
I just said we
question.
do.
Huh?
I just said we do.
Cool.
We do.
Next question. Do we not all breathe oxygen in our lungs that processes into our bloodstream that allows our heart to pump and for us to continue to live, right?
Yes.
And we all need water, right? And we're all composed of the same amount of water in everybody, right?
Yes.
What makes us most superior? Because when you talk about the black skin, you speak on the level of superiority.
We are superior. What are you talking about?
Wait a minute. I'm not demeaning from our greatness. We define our own greatness in our own community because
genetically we're superior.
That is the psychology of society, period. We define that because that's how we're trained to think. But let's be honest. Let's be honest. Just as much as a black person can go up and dunk a ball, a white person can do it too if they practice. The same for a black person trying to make money.
They gotta practice, but we got a natural ability to do it. Is what I'm saying. So, for instance, breathing. When you say breathing, right?
Yeah, no,
if a white person comes to Africa right now, they will have a hard time breathing because their nose and nostrils are so small they can't suck up the air that's so warm that you need a wide nose to breathe the shit.
It goes back
so we don't
to
breathe different. We don't breathe different. Hold on, we don't breathe different.
It doesn't matter what race you are.
No, it does matter. It does matter.
People not born midgets, but they're black.
If we all come from Africa, then it does matter. It does matter. Don't tell me it doesn't matter. We quote unquote come from Africa. It does matter.
You're entitled to that, and that's cool.
So,
I don't agree with you, but go ahead.
I'm not saying, hey, that's what you said. You said we all come from Africa. So, according to what you just said, why all races come from Africa, race does matter. You said that.
No, I did not. I said since you said everybody came from Africa.
I didn't say that. I told you why. I told you why everybody didn't come. I told you about Neanderthal blood, right? I explained to you about Neanderthal blood. Why we are the only Africans. Period.
That's not what I said. You can go back and run and take that. It don't matter. I know what I said. But the fact remains, we only became separated because somebody in their smart logic understood that if you affect the emotion and the psychological, atmosphere to somebody, if you do something to someone, you'll get a reaction out of it. And somebody got smart enough to put it on a piece of fucking paper, beat the shit out of somebody, made them comply, and then they got everything else in line. Let's keep it 100 because it's been nothing but history of slavery. Every great civilization had slaves.
No.
It may not be in the sense of you picking cotton, but there's always been somebody in history serving somebody else against their will.
That's not slavery. No. That's indentured servitude is not slavery.
So even black kings and queens, as you would state, didn't have servants.
That's not slavery.
That's not. Who the fuck wants to serve somebody else?
If you believe that person is your leader, you would.
Who in your basic anatomy, do you want to spend the rest of your life serving me fucking wine and grapes?
If that's your if that's your,
I'd rather do it for myself.
That's fine. But if that's the culture that you're born in, if that's all that you know, that's what you're going to grow up to be doing. If that's your culture and that's all that you know, you're going to grow up to be doing.
So when do you break that cycle? And that's my thing. You just proved my point again. We're talking about a cycle of institutional mind fucking. Like, come on, you just said it. You said it yourself, and you're preaching the same thing that you're against. It's just
how?
It's just in a different form. You speak African pride, but KKK speak white pride. It's the same shit. You know why? Because both groups don't understand you're both still human beings. It doesn't matter. If I don't like you and I bomb your city with a nuclear bomb, that fallout is still going to affect somebody else in the area that's just like you. And you still defeat your purpose because you still end up hurting the people that you so-called claim you looking out for. Let's keep it 100. Facts.
Keeping it 100.
All right, but look, but them people who pushing that bomb, ain't no black people behind that.
Come on, there's no country in history.
Ain't no black people pushing
it doesn't even matter about religion, politics, anything. If you look at basic human nature, nobody has ever liked to be oppressed. Nobody likes a motherfucker putting their foot on your neck. Nobody.
Right. So that's why I told you to study your history. You will find out ancient Egypt had no slaves, nor did we have a standing army.
You know what? Fuck Africa, because Africa ain't over this motherfucker helping us getting shot over here. So fuck Africa. And I said that. And you know why? Because it's the truth. Motherfuckers from Africa come to the United States, make these wages, send it back home, retire from here, get the check over there, and don't do shit for here and take care of home. But
so here's the problem, right? Here's the problem with that, right?
They still
you see what they're doing, but you see what they're doing. Here's the problem, but you see what they're doing.
Let's keep it 100. Let's talk.
Hold on. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. You see what they're doing, right? But because of your stereo, hold on. No. Hold on. Let me finish. You see what these Africans are doing by sending their money.
Hold on.
You see what the Africans are doing by sending their money back home, right?
I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna kill your shit. Go ahead.
Okay. So now you see what they're doing by sending their money back home, right? Now the fact that you quote unquote, the fact that there's quote unquote a stereotype, right? Disconnect. You don't have a connection to that Africa, so where you can do the exact same thing, or better yet, with that African, instead of sending all of his money back home, you both can start a business here in America, and he can still do what he wants to do. Don't give me that bullshit about we're separate or they do it now. Don't give me that bullshit. You both have a disconnect.
That's my point.
I don't want to hear that shit.
You keep proving.
I don't want to hear it.
And you know why? Hold on.
We can both prosper. You don't want to.
You talk about us being African. You talk about the way that you all move when you come in.
You know why the disconnect?
Africans even treat us with the respect as if
break the stereotype, because you have to understand.
Because media
in Africa, right? Our television in Africa, right? All we see is what they hold on. In Africa, right? We don't have the amount of TV that you have here, right? We don't have 1,001 channels, right? So whatever we see from the United States that projects in Africa is what we see of you people, right? So when we have a stereotype. So when we come to America, we see what we see on TV. We like, what the fuck have you people been doing?
I understand.
Why the fuck people acting like this? Because of the stereotype we see in Africa of you guys over here, right?
I understand that, and I understand that before I was cut off. with the extra noise. What I was trying to simply make a point was the fact that how are you going to get on somebody about not doing something here when you have a whole system that's designed against everything that you were brought up to believe in? Your entire core system. Even if we're going to take Africa out of the picture, and I'm going to get back to it because you're passionate about it. But the truth be told, from the day that we're born, we don't make decisions for ourselves. We don't. And you know what consistently happens? We consistently put our kids in the same situation, right?
Right.
So you talk about Africans building up and the stereotype between them doing it there and why we don't do it here. The reason we don't do it here has nothing with the fact that we're not connecting with Africans. It has nothing to do with that. It's the fact that motherfuckers got excuses. It's a fucking excuse for everything. I was late to work because the bus was late. No, motherfucker, you should have got up 2 hours earlier. This is the whole point that I'm making. We keep talking about a grand global scale of fixing shit. Let's be honest. We can go on and on about Africa. It does not matter. We talking about the human condition, dog. If we don't help, it takes one thing to get our community together. So you mean to tell me after we get our community together, we're not gonna help no other culture?
Very.
We're just gonna say fuck
no
and just live a harmonious life with peace.
Because we that shit together, we stick together.
We become the same white people that has been oppressing black people all these centuries.
Man, fuck them.
How about Coldwater, man? You know, it's very magnetic. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
cold made of, bro. Exactly, out of Africa. This nigga, man, he's sitting up there. Is he from Africa? He in Africa right now. Like his technology right now is so vicious. Is that nigga in Africa right now? Well, how about your code, bro? I hope we make all nickel.
My who?
Yeah, that's copper, bro.
I'll put it to you like this. I'll put it to you like this. The guy who make it fun. I'll put it to you like this, right? I'll put it to you like this. Whatever house you live in, whatever house, whatever house he's living in, I can tell him whatever house he's living in. Tell him my house in Nigeria is like 10 times bigger than his. I got 16 rooms. 16 fucking rooms. When you get 16 rooms in your house, then you can talk shit.
No, show him on sleeve.
There's 16 rooms, you can talk shit. Get like 5 acres of land, then you can talk shit.
Bullshit aside.
So don't give me that bullshit about Africa this, Africa that.
No, we ain't talking about
when I get Africa, you don't got shit here. You understand? You don't got shit here.
Hey.
Come on now. Give me that bullshit, man.
No,
I got 16 fucking rooms in a fucking mansion in Africa. You talking about? You want to see the picture? You want to see the fucking picture?
I don't give a fuck.
Come on, man. Come on, give me that bullshit, man.
Hey, look, while we denying that.
You gotta got a 4-room house. A 4-room house. Paid a $2,000 mortgage. I got a 16-room mansion. Don't pay shit.
I would say
I don't pay shit for my shit.
Funny as shit, right?
Come on now. I got my own electricity, own water, and 16 rooms. Fully furnished. Everywhere. Food everywhere. What the fuck are you talking about? Come on, man. Africa this. Yeah, come to Africa. Come to Africa.
Once again,
no. You're Americanized. You're an American. You're Europeanized.
Right.
Europeanized.
If you don't have shit that you have in America, you people will lose your fucking minds. I don't have running water. I don't have no electricity run out. Where did electricity go? Come on, man.
Hold up.
I haven't. Come on, man. I don't want to hear that shit. You can't go down. You can't go to the grocery store every fucking.
You said I'm Europeanized, right?
You speak French though. Hold on. I know you speak French though.
Hold on. You said we're Europeanized, right? We're Europeanized, right?
He speak French like you know. I'm Napoleon Bonaparte.
I'm speaking English. No, I'm speaking French. We all speaking English.
At the end of the day, see, you take it personally. I told you he fucking with you, man.
Don't fuck with me about that shit, man.
Nah, I'm serious.
I wish I speak Latin or some shit.
I understand that we arguing about this. I don't want to have a feeling that we disagree. Hold on.
We gonna team them out. I
I know it's
we need to get this feed live every day like this, man. Motherfucker, black man having a proper discussion about how it is in this life, bro.
I'm trying to tell you how it is. You ain't listening.
And say in the African tribe, when they conquer your culture, you know, everybody is a slave if they don't kill you.
What?
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna
say it one more time. Say it one more time.
Everybody wasn't a slave there, killed.
It's a true
Say it again. Say it again. No, say it again.
Why you think we here? Why we think we here?
Say it again.
Meanwhile, look.
Go ahead. I'm not praying with my brother. I'm really not.
No, we're not.
Meanwhile, while we running away from Africa,
I'm sorry.
While we running away from Africa, Trump is building a playpen around us for all us to play in and get trapped.
We've been playing in this motherfucker.
I'm talking about.
It's like it's a maze, bro. You gotta get the fuck out.
Never had no damn wall.
Man, it's been, man, even if it was to have a big ass wall, we still.
And when you think the white motherfucker, the Europeans moving to Africa, South Africa.
Man, let them go take their ass over there, man. Man, you know, but guess what, right? In South Africa, bro. In South Africa, man. You know that apartheid? How the fuck you going to let the Europeans come over and control you, bro? Why the fuck you getting dogged the fuck out literally with canines?
But Africans go hold it down.
You know why? You know why? Because they got Christian.
Number one, they had guns, and we had technology. So that's how they took over.
They got Christianized.
But now we got guns, and they got guns.
I feel like, honestly, and this gonna hurt some people. This is gonna hurt some people.
We know.
The people that came over on slave ships was the weakest of Africans.
No, it's not the weakest. It's people that got conquered.
Wait a minute.
Bro.
Listen to what you're saying. Listen to what
Listen to what I say. I said I'm going to fellas. I'm going to do it.
Are you serious?
Listen to what I'm saying.
That's your own
I'm gonna shoot you down after you finish.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
The weakest of Africans came to the United States and became slaves.
I'm gonna shoot you down.
All motherfucker would have died. And to be honest with you, as far as I'm concerned, this is why my past doesn't matter. Because I'm not strong now, I'm gonna tell that man.
I'm gonna tell that man no.
If I can't be strong,
I'm gonna shoot him down. Let me shoot him down right quick. Hold on, let me shoot him down right quick.
I'm gonna tell that man no. We're the weakest. Man, we're the motherfucking realest that ever motherfucking did.
Right. So let me shoot him down right quick. Hold on. Let me shoot him down right quick. So the fact that you said you're the weakest that came to America is completely false, right? The fact that your bloodline survived that. Hold on.
You said what?
The fact that your bloodline survived that brutal ass trip and all the brutality you stop it over here means your bloodline is fucking strong as shit. You understand? So don't tell me that shit. So hold on. Don't tell me that we sent the weakest and don't tell me that we sent the weakest over here. If you can survive that shit, that means you're fucking strong. You survived the fucking transatlantic slave trade and the brutality of being over here up to this day. Your bloodline is fucking strong.
You said what?
Right? The bloodline is strong. To go through all that up to this very point in time, your bloodline was strong. You understand? Now, if the Africans over there now were to come over here doing that same consequence, I doubt most of them could survive that.
That's a contradiction in what you said earlier.
How is it a contradiction? Your bloodline is still.
I know you're gonna run me over with it.
Okay.
Your contradiction is this: if we are continuously becoming a racial class that survives, like you said we do, then of course the people who made it over may have been strong because their bodies stood up for the journey.
Mentally too.
But listen, if you're on a continent, that shit was already yours. You own that shit. It was already yours. You may not own it, but you had been there. You claim rights. You let a motherfucker take you from your home, your family, and all your culture and your beliefs, your religion and everything. You gave up all that shit and left willingly. And if you didn't leave willingly, you were beat until you submitted to go. Now let's keep it 100.
Right. There's a reason for that.
Is that not a weak mind?
No.
Listen, wait a minute. I'm gonna explain it. Wait. We're talking about weak-minded individuals at that time. Now you're talking about a generation that has come to this country, that has been beaten and been put into slavery, and that has become strong. And come on, we've become strong. We become strong from that struggle that our ancestors went through.
We became weak as shit. We are weak as shit out here, man.
Mentally, we are.
All right, so now.
Because we can't even understand the simple fact that if you put some money in the bank with each other, it'll accumulate and then you can make moves. Simple shit like that doesn't register in our communities because it's psychological fuckery for the last 100 years.
Right.
And y'all keep, and this is my thing. You keep coming up with material that you haven't produced yourself. Because if you look at every religion at the beginning, it's always a man who sets out the doctrine for that religion. Now, when you get into the times of where now you're talking about charitable donations and nonprofit organizations as a church, when you're talking about that, now you become a business. So how do you justify turning religion, because all of them do it? Merchandising, come to our side, come to our side, everybody come to our side. It's not about our side. I want to see you do just as good as I'm doing. Because if you're doing as well as I am, you would never want to take from me. You can always come to me and say, hey, we missing 2 mangoes. You mind if we get one? And I can say, hey, no problem.
That's how it used to be.
Right.
But you know what? But this is human nature. And this is my point.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. But that's what I'm trying to tell you about the melanin in your skin is a civilizing gene.
To a system. We are brought to a system where we have to do that. Where we was from, we didn't have to pay for anything. Everything was abundant. So we wasn't in need for food.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you about the melanin in your skin. It's called the civilizing gene. Here's a key word in civilization, right? Civil.
I didn't say that.
Right?
We're the most uncivilized culture on this planet.
Come again?
Talk about that. Like, come on, who does the random shit that we do, dog?
Because we have a European mind. But listen to what I'm trying to say.
But my point was, everybody do the same shit. You keep missing it.
Nah.
We keep missing it. You miss it. Everybody do the same shit.
We do that now.
You can't keep saying this person or melanin or this. Everybody does, because everybody is emotional. We all have brains. That's our number one common denominator where every human being fails. We all have a mind with free spirit to think and feel the way that we feel. And the problem with that is you assume more than you have a fact. And that becomes delusion, and that becomes problems. Because we can't agree. Because we can't agree. You think that I have an issue with you, but that's not the case. It's just we view things differently. But the human brain is our biggest enemy. When did we put ourselves in a box to where everybody has to be a separate culture? I know white people that are on welfare. They go through the same shit. They go through the same. Young Asian people go through the same shit. Their dynamic is different. Italian people, same
are they
shit.
going through the shit in?
I promise the problem with us is everybody polarizes us.
Why?
Because when the opportunity comes and there's a camera in front of us, we act like a fucking ass. That's not a stereotype. Think about the shit that they show. Your mama, everybody, somebody in your black family or your African family has told you if you don't have nothing intelligent or nice to say, and every time it's the worst person to be on the newscast. The worst. The worst.
Today we have.
But why do they project us like that? Because we allow it. We allow it. We still take jobs at the strip club. We still want to be the bar owner, the club owners.
We were taught, just like you said, it's learned behavior. We've been taught to love our enemies.
They sit by that butt.
We've been taught to love our enemies. We've been taught to
love our what?
We've been taught to love our enemies. So that's why we're like that. We've been taught this shit.
Right.
But look though,
to act like a sucker.
Nah, love your enemy.
Taught for that shit. I'm trying to tell you.
Fuck that.
The enemy is
This is
your only enemy, bro.
You want to talk about something that's going on?
All right. Hey, I got something that'll fuck you up. And I mean no disrespect to you. Understand? So when I say Stockholm syndrome, right? Looking in the context of what you just saw in the transatlantic slave trade, right?
Say that one more time.
Look in the context of Stockholm syndrome, right?
Right.
And the transatlantic slave trade. When it comes to that, your people was enslaved, right? You're taken to a land, realized now you love them enough to now fight in their army. That's called Stockholm syndrome.
It's called ho. We whooped your ass, so we're gonna sell your ass out to buy some more guns to keep whooping your ass, to buy more guns, to keep whooping your ass some more. That's all it was, bro. When I think some people speak Dutch, and what the fuck is this shit? It's like it's Norwegian or some shit. What the fuck? Anglo-Saxon. Anglo-Saxon is not Celtic. I'm trying to tell you. Let's go back to what you're saying, bro. There's gypsy out here, bro. Some people just pronounce it against their own race, man. And go back to you saying the only difference from us than any motherfucking living beings, we have consciousness, we have a brain, and we can think. So why we don't use it, man?
Okay, good point, brother.
Okay.
Stockholm syndrome.
Just the definition of it right here.
I mean, like,
I understand
they want to buy
syndrome.
guns, bro. They got tired throwing spares at us, man.
Hey, we got about 10 more minutes.
Sell out, bro. Sell out, man. Sell out.
This is all
Y'all hear me?
10 minutes, right?
We got about 10 minutes, but we're gonna break it down though. We're gonna break it down into because I got a trivia question for everyone. So
I'm liking this, JP.
Thank you, brother. So I want to go ahead and let each one of y'all say y'all piece. You know what you learned from this, what you can gain, and you know, just talk to the people. Oh, we did have some questions, man, but we're gonna have to pick it up on another. We have to be more structured, and so people can we can have a time for rebut. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind next time we go. Definitely got to have a part 2, and I'm definitely gonna send you guys the questions beforehand, and you know we're gonna deal with that. But go ahead and speak your piece right now. You know, give about a minute, or 30 seconds on what you got out of this.
I'm gonna go first, JP. Man, take that hat up, man. I'm from DC. I don't see no name.
Oh yeah, what's your name?
I'm fucking with you, nigga.
What's happening, man? How you doing, man? Glad to see you in the building. I'm glad you came in, man.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Shit, man. I work hard all day long, man, like a slave in the sun. Because I got melanin in my skin tone. I'm gonna observe that motherfucker right there. Oh, I am.
That vitamin D, huh? Yeah, go ahead. Anyone else?
I'm done. Bow. Right back at you. Can we have some caption and shit like? All right. Yeah. Well, it was a good segment tonight, fellas. You know, what I learned, what I like to hear out this thing is, how my brothers are, deeply rooted with this stuff. But the thing is, we need to focus on ourselves, take care of our families, man. I understand we want to link ourselves up. Yeah, we need to link up. Yeah, let's do that. But we're going to attack these, we're going to attack, we're going to get them, we got to get them the same way they got us, bro. Nah, fuck them. Fuck them. But we ain't got to do that. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. Better yourself. You ain't got to worry about none of that shit. That's what it's all about. Like everybody that's over here thinking about all these problems, chasing all this religion and shit. Focus on yourself, man. You ain't gotta worry about no Jesus. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. Worry about the mirror.
Yeah, I got a question for you, but we ain't gonna go there right now.
Let's go, bro. Let's go, bro. Hey, look, I got a question for you. If Jesus was black and he was in the Bible, if the white man put a black Jesus in the Bible, would you have, been like, hey, what's up, man? I'm about to read this motherfucker.
I'd be mad as shit because that nigga's supposed to rush down here and save my ass. I'm mad as motherfucker. He should have been came down here.
I just wanted to say, I wanted to hear that. Somebody told me to ask you that, so I had to ask you.
You know it.
But Young Cutthroat, baby, mixtape, Dap here.
For sure.
I just want to say, out of everything that was said, don't get the message for me, and my views or whatever. I just simply feel like, it's time to stop making excuses. It's time to stop talking and all that bullshit. It's nothing to go to the legal zone and start a business. So there's no reason why people keep complaining about shit and not doing nothing to fix it. And my thing is, I'm down with anybody. I don't give a fuck if you black, white, Chinese. I don't care.
Diverse.
If you about moving forward and progressing and make a better lifestyle for everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's
we
just
don't
my
plug that shit in.
views on that. And, as far as just us as a culture, man, we need to start holding each other accountable. You know what I'm saying? Just really step up and say some shit. You see some shit, they talk about see some shit, say some shit. You see a nigga acting stupid on the Metro bus, just talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Like simple shit, dog. But that's it, man. Like I don't have too much. Just look out for the next person. Stop being so fucking grimy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else against this. We stronger together. We do everything better anyway. Like come on, when we together, right?
Hold on, just fucking with you. But for real though, let's go back to what he's saying, man. You see the nigga tripping on the Metro bus, man. You hollering and say, what the fuck wrong with you on your day, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, why the fuck you angry and shit, nigga? I stepped out here. I'm looking at my back pocket. Where my chains at? Oh, matter of fact, let me get my smart shit ass card out. What the fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? This is platinum. You know what I'm saying? They be selling that gold, but how about that coke up though, bro? Zinc too, man. That's precious minerals that motherfucker taking their vitamins, bro. One of the things that most people from the United States, when they go to the doctor to get a physical, bro, they lack vitamin D. How the fuck you don't like sunlight, bro? How you gonna like sunlight, bro? Guess what? You in a motherfucking cubicle all motherfucking day. You ain't get out. They gonna give you only maybe 30 minutes on your break. Yeah. Out for some people. If you up there and shit, you can have lunch all motherfucking day, and you charge it up to that credit card, the business account. I'm trying to tell you, hey. Let's go. That's it.
This shit better than a drug check.
I'm gonna go ahead and have the trivia.
I'm asking you classy at the same time, bro. Let's go. Oh, bro. Everybody do the trivia real quick.
All right, now all y'all gotta answer. Okay. Y'all the answer. So all y'all gotta pay attention to it. Hear the question. One of y'all gotta answer first.
Say that one more time, man.
One of y'all.
It's like Jeopardy. You're like Jeopardy, right? You're like Jeopardy. Go ahead.
That's all three of y'all. And I have to say the correct answer first. Okay? You ready? How do you spell shop?
What?
How do you spell shop?
S-H-A.
Is sharp?
Shop. Like you're shopping.
S-H-A-R-P, bro.
No, shop.
S-H-A-R-P.
No.
S-H-O-P.
Shopping. Like you're shopping.
S-H-O-P. What shopping? Shop? Like, shop? I thought you said shop.
What else is this? Spelling quiz?
We say shop. Hold on. Go back, JP. Come on. It's talking about a store or something.
You know how you go shopping, right? You go to the store.
Oh my God.
S-H-O-P.
Hold up. How do you spell shop?
S-H-O-P.
Alright. Now, what do you do when you get at a green light?
Go.
Stop.
Go.
Huh?
Go.
Nah, y'all fucked up.
I understand. I understand what you're saying. It's called prefix and subtext to the meaning of a root word.
All right, y'all. I'm about to close down, man. Hit that like and subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel.
I appreciate you, bro.
And yes, indeed, man. Thank you for coming out. Peace to everyone. And then holla.
You got it, Judah.